So somebody broke it. We've all been shot.
Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
My daughter lived with me. I don't know where my son.
A fine line between parental rights and parental responsibilities were crossed when a Canadian couple failed to prevent the death of their 19-month-old son from meningitis after trying to treat him with home remedies rather than taking him to the hospital.
911 emergency, require police, fire, ambulance.
Hi, yes, my son's not breathing.
Okay, what town are you in?
I'm out in Hartley.
Hartley?
Just west of Glenwood, yes.
West of where?
Glenwood.
Glenwood?
Yes, Alberta.
Okay, do you know your address?
No, but it's the only place in Hartley. It has a church here.
Okay, you don't know your land location or anything?
No.
Are you calling from a landline or a cell phone?
A cell phone.
Okay, because it's not coming up with your address. I need an address where, in Hartley, you said?
Hartley, yes.
Hartley is a town?
4 miles west of Glenwood. It used to be a town.
Miles west of Glenwood?
4 miles west of Glenwood.
Okay, so what's the closest fire department and ambulance service to you?
I don't know. I'd be under Glenwood, I'm sure.
Okay, so would it be probably Pincher Creek then?
The closest hospital is Cardston, if that's what you're asking.
Okay. And what's the phone number you're calling from? May you say your son is not breathing?
My son has stopped breathing.
Has stopped breathing? How old is he?
He is 1.5 years old.
He's choking prior to this?
No, he's not choking. He's been sick for a little while here. The number is 274-082 Township Road 51.
Okay, go with that number again. 274?
274-082 Township Road 51.
Okay. Are you with your son right now?
I am not. Just
who's with him?
My wife is.
Is she giving him mouth to mouth?
He's off and on. He'll stop breathing for about 20 seconds at a time. And so we will.
Is he still awake?
No, well, he's getting lethargic, so he's not really awake.
He is conscious?
Well, he's been sick, so he's been sleeping a lot.
Okay, but he's not choking.
No, he's not choking. Okay, he's breathing a little bit better now. He's moaning and getting out breath, and he's better than he was.
Okay, is she giving him mouth to mouth?
No, he's doing it on his own.
He's doing it on his own. He's now breathing now.
He's now breathing now. Yes. Okay, you know what? I think we're going to drive him into the hospital.
I'm going to stay on the phone with you for just a minute. I just want to make sure he's okay. Is he still breathing? Okay.
Well, here, I'll let you listen to him.
Okay. Okay, you still there, sir?
I'm here.
Okay, does he have croup or has he got bronchitis or anything?
He had croup for a week.
Okay.
He overcame it, and then he's just gone downhill again.
Okay.
2 days, so.
Okay, which hospital are you going to take him into?
Cardston.
You're going to go all the way into Cardston, okay?
Well, that's the closest one.
That is okay, Cardston with the patient. Okay, if you do need the ambulance, do you want us to meet us halfway, or you think he's okay, or?
I'll give you guys a call back. He's seeming to get better.
Okay. If you do need us, you call us back, okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Ezekiel Stephan was born at home in August 2010 to 32-year-old David and 36-year-old Colette Stephan. Baby Ezekiel was born with the assistance of a registered nurse named Terry Menders. Just after 1 a.m. on March 15, 2012, the toddler lay unconscious at the Alberta Children's Hospital. Ryan Bulford conducted separate lengthy interviews with the Stephans, asking both of them to describe in detail the events leading up to the hospitalization of Ezekiel. In late February 2012, Ezekiel had taken ill with what his mother believed to be croup, an upper airway infection that leads to a barking cough. The parents turned to alternative therapies and gave the toddler natural antibiotics, anti-inflammatories, natural antivirals, and herbal remedies, including homemade smoothies containing hot pepper, ginger root, horseradish, and onion. According to the parents, Ezekiel was also given vitamin and mineral supplements from David's father's company, True Hope Nutritional Support Incorporated, a natural remedies company founded by Anthony Stephan. Ezekiel seemed to improve over the days, and on some days when he suffered a setback, he would be given an increased amount of natural fluids and smoothies and would respond positively. On Sunday, March 11th, Ezekiel's condition took a turn for the worst. He became more lethargic and had trouble sleeping that night. The following day, the Steffens decided to skip school and consult with their birth attendant, Menders, who said the toddler showed symptoms of meningitis. Colette went online and confirmed that Ezekiel had about 95% of symptoms of viral meningitis. Medical and natural websites recommended boosting the immune system with antibiotics. She gave the toddler natural antibiotics and another natural product called Total Reload, one of several natural supplement products sold by True Hope Nutritional Support Incorporated. On March 13, the Steffens went to a naturopath in Lethbridge to pick up more herbal products. In an interview with the authorities, the boy's father admitted to not being an expert or having any formal education on herbal and natural medicine. Still, they were very well acquainted because the remedies have worked very well for them in the past. According to David, Ezekiel wouldn't have been in a better situation had he been taken to the hospital because he would have been subjected to a 24-hour observation. David claims that his son was less likely to receive swift medical attention.
The ambulance to meet us on Highway 2 north of Cardston.
On Highway 2 north of Cardston?
Highway 2 going north of Cardston, yes.
Are you on the blood reserve?
Not yet, but yes, I am. I'm going past the blood reserve. If you send dispatch one from Cardston, I'll meet them. I got my blinkers on. I'll be on Highway 2 before they get there.
Okay, what am I sending an ambulance for?
Baby, stop breathing. He's not choking. He's stopped breathing.
Okay.
He's completely lethargic. Need an ambulance now.
Okay, just one sec. I'm going to get some information, okay? You're on Highway 2 by Cardston?
I will be on Highway 2 in about 5 minutes.
Okay, how far north of Cardston are you?
I will be 17 kilometers north of Cardston when I hit Highway 2, and then I'm continuing on to Cardston, so wherever they meet me. I got my blinkers on.
How old's the baby?
The baby's 1.5 years old.
Okay. And is it a male or female?
It's a male.
Is he breathing right? Is he awake right now?
He's been in and out of consciousness because he's been sick for a little while here, so he's been getting a lot of rest, and he was fine up until about half an hour ago. All of a sudden, he stopped breathing.
Is he breathing right now?
My wife is resuscitating him or giving him CPR.
So he's not breathing?
He stopped breathing.
Okay. So he's not conscious then?
No, he would not be conscious.
All right, and we saw this baby. Your wife saw this happen to the baby?
Did my wife see this happen to the baby?
Yes.
Yes, she saw this happen to the baby.
Okay. All right, I'm sending an ambulance to help you now. Just stay in line. I'll tell you exactly what to do next, okay? So you said that you're doing CPR on the baby right now?
My wife is doing CPR on the baby right now. Yes.
Okay. And he is flat on the back right now, is that correct?
Is he flat on his back? Yes, he's flat on his back.
Okay, there's nothing in the mouth at all? No food or vomit?
I don't believe so.
Okay, right now you're 17 miles north of Cardston?
17 kilometers north of Cardston. I will be in about 3 minutes, and then I'm continuing on towards Cardston. So wherever they meet me, I'm the one that's going very fast with flashers on.
Absolutely, I'll let them know that. What kind of vehicle are you in quickly?
I'm in a Trailblazer, 2002 Trailblazer.
Okay, I'm going to give you some more instructions for your wife there, okay? Can she hear me, or can you communicate with her?
I'll put you on speaker.
Okay, so she is breathing. Can she feel or hear any breathing in his mouth right now?
No, but when I breathe into his mouth, he has a bunch of liquid, so it gargles.
Okay, so can you feel or hear any breathing right now?
No.
Okay. This is what I want you to do, okay? Place your hand on his forehead, the other hand under his neck. Carefully tilt the head back. You have that airway open?
Yep.
And you can still not hear or feel any breathing?
Yep.
Okay. So this is what I want you to do, okay? I'm going to tell you to get mouth to mouth like you were doing already, with his head carefully tilted back, pinch his nose closed.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
And completely cover his mouth with your mouth, then blow 2 regular breaths into the lungs.
Yep,
About-
and then
about 1 second each.
on his chest.
Okay, just make enough, just enough to make the chest rise with each breath, okay?
Yep.
Now, do you feel air going in and out?
Yes, I do, but he doesn't breathe after that.
Okay, I want you to just keep doing that, okay? Now I'm going to tell you how to do chest compressions, okay? We're going to do chest compressions on him. Can you hear me?
Yep, I do 5, right?
What I want you to do is you're going to push down 1.5 inches with only the heel of one hand touching the chest, okay?
Okay.
And you're going to pump the chest hard and fast 30 times, at least twice per second. And I want you to let the chest come up all the way between pumps, and then I want you to tell me when you're done, okay?
Sorry, I missed the last one.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to pump the chest hard and fast 30 times.
What?
Okay, at least twice per second.
Sorry, did you say 30?
30 times, yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's how fast you should be doing it, okay?
Okay, I did 30 times.
Okay. You've done that now?
You.
Okay, with your hand under his neck, pinch his nose closed, and carefully tilt his head back again. Give 2 more regular breaths, and then pump the chest 30 more times. And make sure you see the chest rising between each breath, and then 30 pumps. You're doing an excellent job. You know the ambulance has been dispatched. They're going to come as fast as they safely can to meet you guys on the highway, okay? Okay, so 2 breaths, 30 pumps, 2 breaths, 30 pumps. You're doing an excellent job. Okay, did you give those 2 breaths? Let me know when those 2 breaths are done, and we'll start counting again. Okay, I want you guys to pull over as soon as you see the ambulance with the flashing lights, okay?
Thank you very much.
I'm gonna stay on the phone with you. Just leave me on speakerphone. I'll stay with you.
Okay.
And as soon as you see the ambulance lights, you guys pull over, okay?
Sorry?
As soon as you see the ambulance lights, you guys pull over. For now, I want you to keep getting them 2 breaths and 30 pumps until they get there.
Okay.
You're doing a great job.
Gotta pull over.
You see the ambulance? You're doing a great job.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Ambulance, come on.
You see an ambulance there?
Yeah.
I don't want you to stop until those paramedics take over for you. I want you to keep doing it, okay? You're doing an excellent job.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Come on, baby.
2 breaths.
1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And now I want you to give me 2 breaths.
30, the ambulance is here.
Perfect. Keep going until the paramedics take over for you, okay? I don't want you to stop.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Come on, keep going.
Okay. All right.
I've been with a month.
Yeah, listen. I know. Okay, it's the ambulance right now.
What's going on?
He stopped breathing. He had croup. And then he was doing. We thought he was getting a little bit better, and then it started to get worse, and just not very good. And then now, just in the last half hour, he just wasn't breathing very good and stopped breathing.
He may have fluid in his lungs because he was so lethargic and they're feeding him electrolytes and whatnot to start to
Okay.
So he may have. How long has he been down like this for?
On the way here, so
10 minutes.
10, 15 minutes.
I need an airway, and we need to.
Sorry, do I still need to be on the phone with you?
No, I can disconnect. Thank you.
Okay.
Excellent job. Thank you.
The Steffens called an ambulance when the boy stopped breathing and initiated CPR, meeting the paramedics on the way to the hospital to save time. Ezekiel was taken to hospital in Cardston and then to Lethbridge for transport to Calgary by air. At the hospital, Ezekiel was diagnosed with bacterial meningitis and neurological dysfunction. He was put on antibiotics and kept cool for 36 hours. However, over the next 2 days, Ezekiel showed no signs of neurological function. He was initially declared brain dead by doctors on March 15. In June 2016, a jury found the Steffens guilty of failing to provide the necessaries of life to 19-month-old Ezekiel.
We just want to say thank you so much for all the love and support through all of this. Even despite all of the misinformation that's been out there that's turned so many people against us needlessly. That's ostracized us, divided us from the average person. We appreciate all those who have saw through, saw the truth, saw the underlying matter that was here, and have come out and shown their support and their love. I think we were able to clarify a lot of points that and misconceptions that were made when we were nearly 48 hours sleep deprived and food deprived and traumatized when we made the statements to the police. And so I think it went quite well. This time around, the trial is going much more smooth. It seems very fair and balanced, where it's not just the Crown getting their way on everything. And, having a lot more of the truth and the evidence available to us, it's definitely game-changing. We still don't really know all that took place, what led up to Ezekiel arresting. But would have we done things differently? Any parent would. You couldn't get any worse result than what ended up happening, right? So had we been able to foresee that Ezekiel was going to arrest, yeah, of course we would have done something different, as our main objective was to ensure his well-being and his health. It'll be really nice when all this is over, and all this is behind us. Me and my wife have been married for almost 15 years now, and over 7 years of that has been surrounding the passing of Ezekiel and court proceedings subsequent to that. And so it's kind of become a part of our identity, so it'll be kind of hard to learn what normal life is like again.
After the guilty verdict, David wrote an open letter on Facebook saying, "I only wish that you could have seen how you were being played by the Crown's deception. Drama and trickery that not only led to our key witness being muzzled, but has also now led to a dangerous precedent being set in Canada." He expressed concern that this case could be seen as an opportunity for the government to monitor how people parent, leading to more criminal prosecutions. Ezekiel's grandfather, Tony Stephan, spoke out about the charging of his son and daughter-in-law for the death of his grandson.
And the ambulance was going to meet him part way so that they could begin working with the little guy. And the mother had to perform artificial respiration because he was really having trouble breathing on the road there. And they met the ambulance about 8 minutes north of Cardston. Now I got to ask the question, what happened? Because they have an ambulance in Glenwood, which is only 5 minutes from their home. And they could have immediately began to do the work on the little guy. And, boy, that's terrible. But when they met the ambulance attendant indicated that he didn't have an intubation tube to intubate the baby, to put air into his lungs. They didn't have the right equipment. And so when they brought him to the Cardston Hospital, he wasn't breathing and his heart had stopped. Terrible, just terrible. And I gotta ask about the hypocrisy of that whole situation. What? You mean to tell me that you would take this young couple who are struggling with this situation and charge them criminally like this? Now these are good parents that look after their children. They feed them very, very well. They're into a lot of health issues. They don't feed junk food and pop and chips to these kids, and they're very healthy. And I understand since this has occurred that there are times when coming out of croup, meningitis can occur. But who can tell? Who would know? And there was nothing that ever sent a signal that said, take this boy into the hospital right now because he needs hospital care. So it's just a terrible situation, and there's no bringing him back. But I don't understand why they would do this when there's a partial blame here with the medical system in that sense, not having the appropriate equipment. And I understand that people do the best that they can. I'm not here to fault people. I'm just asking the question, what happened here? And why would you blame a young couple that are doing the very, very best that they can? You have to ask the question. It begs an answer.
The Supreme Court of Canada overturned the guilty verdict and ordered a second trial. A judge hearing the case without a jury found them not guilty in 2019. He accepted the testimony of a defense expert who said the toddler died of lack of oxygen, not bacterial meningitis.
This has been a significant turnaround in regard to the justice system, or our experience with the justice system over the past 6 years. Because we were getting bulldozed over and over and over up until June of this year. And so it has shown that justice can come, for sure. That truth can be heard and allowed into the courtroom.
In March 2021, the Alberta Appeal Court ordered a third trial against the Steffens, setting aside the not guilty verdicts. The presiding judge had erred, requiring the Crown to prove that medical intervention would have saved Ezekiel's life. In June 2021, Crown prosecutors dropped the charges against the Steffens, determining that the evidence did not meet standards for prosecution, since it had been 9 years since Ezekiel's death and that the available evidence had deteriorated, making a reasonable likelihood of conviction unlikely. According to David, his battle is far from over. He will be returning to the Supreme Court to defend parental rights and choice of care.
Innocent parents are now becoming criminals because of choice of care, because they had, maybe they favored natural medicine. Even though there's no case of neglect that can be established, it just comes down to whether or not they favored pharmaceutical medicine versus natural medicine or Ayurvedic medicine or whatever it may be. And so that doesn't make you a criminal here in Canada, but yet they've been attempting to do that to establish that precedent.
In July 2010, an Upper West Side sushi chef brutally murdered his father by slashing his throat at the dinner table, nearly decapitating him, and then his own wrists before calmly contacting 911.
911 operator 1966 emergency.
I just killed my father and I cut my own wrist.
You use a weapon on your father?
Knife.
And you're injured as well?
Yes.
Let me connect you to EMS.
8791. Yeah, I just killed my father.
8791. He's stating that he just his wrist and killed his father. I have the call on the line.
He said he his wrist and killed his father?
Yes.
Okay. Sir? Yeah? How old are you? 33. 33 years old? Yep. Okay, and you're bleeding from the wrist? Yep. And is your father, is your father breathing? No. Your father's, he's dead? I think so. Oh, you stabbed your father? I slit his throat. Sorry? Is that what you did? I slit his throat. Okay. Wrist and you're bleeding? Yep. Okay, what I want you to do is get a cloth and apply it to the wound where you're bleeding to control the bleeding. Sit down. Okay. Sir, do you have a psychological history? Yes. Okay. Do you have any weapons there? No, there's a knife on the floor. I'm not using it. Okay, sir. The EMS will be there as soon as possible. Thank you. Okay.
Sir.
Thank you.
Yes? Thanks, Faro. Sir, how old are you?
33.
And your father was?
Like 73.
And he's not moving. He's
no.
still there.
An ordinary family dinner turned into a horror scene when 33-year-old Julian Corrida, a former sushi sous chef at Credit Suisse, sliced his father's throat with a fish knife, nearly decapitating him just as he was about to eat his spaghetti inside the family apartment on 87th Street. Fumitaka Frank Corrida was an experienced choreographer, often traveling to fulfill the needs of his career. However, about 3 years before his murder, he moved back home full-time to help his wife tend to their mentally ill son. In the 911 call made by Julian, he shockingly stated that his father was trying to get everybody in the world to beat him up and torture him. Julian also reported to authorities that his 70-year-old father used to sexually and physically abuse him when he was a child. According to police reports, the University of Wisconsin-Madison graduate began to display strange and hostile behavior. It was allegedly often consumed with resentful narratives that only he believed and understood. He had called his mother Valerie multiple times with stories of what he thought was a significantly troubled childhood, and in his senior year, he suffered a psychotic break. He was admitted to St. Vincent's Hospital in Lower Manhattan for treatment. At first, the psychiatrists that saw him believed that he was suffering from schizoaffective disorder, a mental illness that makes the patient suffer from symptoms of both schizophrenia and a mood disorder like depression or bipolar. He was eventually diagnosed as schizophrenic and prescribed antipsychotic medication. Julian was prescribed Clozaril, a highly effective and strong drug used to treat more unmanageable schizophrenic cases. Julian had admitted to authorities that he had stopped taking his medication prior to the attack as he was having problems with his insurance. He was accused of second-degree murder in his father's death, but made an insanity plea. His defense saying that he was not on his medication and did not know or understand that his actions were wrong due to his mental illness. During her son's trial, Valerie Carita begged the court to take the severity of his mental illness and his decade-long battles with schizophrenia into consideration, in the hopes that he would rather be admitted into a psychiatric facility. Here, they could help prevent him from slipping back into his nightmare beliefs and theories, like the one that ended her husband's life. However, in 2012, a jury did not believe these claims. It rather took the prosecutor's side, Assistant District Attorney Joan Aluzzi Orban, who argued that he was well aware of his actions and had engaged in a twisted Oedipal ploy to win the affections and attention of his mother. He figured in 2 or 3 months he's out of the hospital, dad's out of the way, and it's back to me and mom. Julian Carita was found guilty of second-degree murder and was sentenced to 15 years to life in prison.
I don't even know what I was thinking.
Look, man, we make mistakes.
Kids don't just pull a gun on their parents.
John Brooks called 911 to report that someone had broken into their Moses Lake, Washington home and shot them, but the truth would change their lives forever.
Hun?
911, what's the address of the emergency?
So somebody broke in. We've all been shot.
Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
I woke up and we've all been shot.
Who's been shot, sir?
It's my wife and I. I've been shot in the head.
Did you see the person who fired the shots?
Just a figure.
Where's the suspect now?
I don't know. We're hiding in the room. My daughter's with me. I don't know where my son is.
But actually, the shooter was their son. On the day of the shooting, 14-year-old Nathan Brooks had been grounded by his parents, John and Beth, for getting detention at school. His father told him to get some sleep because he had a lot of work to do, and, as a punishment, Nathan would not be playing in an upcoming basketball tournament. He also had all of his electronics taken away. That evening, the teen spent time contemplating the consequences of his grounding, particularly being banned from the basketball game, which he felt was the final straw. About 90 minutes later, Nathan decided to take action. He pried open his parents' gun safe and retrieved a .22 caliber pistol. Just moments before the shooting, CCTV showed him moving through the house in his underwear, armed with a revolver. Nathan went to his parents' room and watched them while they were sleeping. He then shot them multiple times in the head before running down the hallway and sitting on the stairs. That's when the reality of his actions began to dawn on him. The first police officer on the scene was led into the house by Nathan, later saying he didn't think much of the teen at that point. John and Beth were transported to hospital, while the 14-year-old was taken to the police station for questioning.
So I was asleep, and I woke up. There was, a few gunshots, and I heard screaming, but it was more like yelling. I could hear my dad yelling. I ran downstairs because I heard him upstairs, so I figured the best place to go would be downstairs. So I ran downstairs, and I hid over in the library area of our house. And I sat there and I hid in that little corner. And this guy came down. He's a little taller than me. I was guessing 3, 4, maybe even 5 inches taller than me. He's a pretty big guy. But he loaded it back up because you could hear like the tink, tink, tink. But it was like one by one. And it sounded like he ran back up the stairs. He was up there for a little bit. And then he ran back down the stairs, opened up our rear slider door, and ran out the door. And that's the last I saw him.
However, The officer told him they had footage from internal cameras that showed him running around the landing in his underpants while carrying a gun.
You know what I've done? I don't even know what I was thinking.
Look, man, we make mistakes. Now's the time to talk about it.
Not like this, though. Kids don't just pull a gun on their parents.
Nathan, you're a good kid.
Apparently not. I almost killed my parents. I don't even know if they're dead. They might be. I was mad. Everything just shut off. I don't even remember really what happened exactly. It just, next thing I know, I've got a gun and it's empty. And my dad's bleeding. And so is my mom.
That's when Nathan walks the detective through what actually happened that night. The most chilling answer came when the teen was asked what he was trying to do when he pulled the trigger.
What a gun does.
Which is?
Kill.
So your goal when you walked in there was to kill both your parents?
Yes.
But in a BBC documentary years after, Nathan's recollection was different.
I don't remember ever thinking death or murder or anything like that. I just remember thinking gone. Just them being away.
Nathan was charged with 2 counts of attempted murder in the first degree. Prosecutors decided he should be charged as an adult for the public safety aspect, since as a juvenile, he would be out by 21 years old instead of a possible 40 to 50 years in prison. The teen was released on bail and lived with his grandparents for 13 months. The first officer at the scene, Rick Francis, told 60 Minutes Australia that Nathan knew what he was doing.
When you get up close and personal, when you do a crime like that, and you shoot somebody point blank, you put a gun in their face, and then you pull the trigger, that's personal.
Francis also brought up an alleged 2010 incident between Nathan and a younger girl, saying the Brooks had blocked the investigation. It could also answer why there were only security cameras inside the house. When asked about it in a later interview, the parents were unimpressed.
One, come to find out through the school that alleged that, come to find out they were wrong in the way they did it. 2, the police talked to the victim and found that there was nothing to charge. So after we were told that there was no crime had been committed, they asked to interview him. I said, well, if no crime has been committed, then no, he won't be interviewed. You know, you get into where you're going good and somebody always tries to dredge something up that honestly pisses you off and makes you wish you'd never come to sit down with them.
It seems this alleged incident wasn't brought up during the attempted murder trial, with statements about Nathan's school and sporting achievements, his social life, and likability taking center stage instead. The case was difficult for John and Beth because both sides had restrictions for communicating with them. They were both the victims and the parents of the shooter. So they spent most of the time not knowing what was playing out between the prosecutor and the defense attorney. Ultimately, Nathan Brooks waived trial and pleaded guilty to a lesser charge of assault with a deadly weapon. Mental health professionals working with the teen since the incident have found no evidence of either psychosis or personality disorders. He was diagnosed with other mental health illnesses before the shooting, which some experts believe may have been wrongfully diagnosed and treated, a potential why behind the attack. In 2015, he was given a 15-year and 6-month sentence. John and Beth have forgiven their son and take a 4-hour drive every few months to visit him in prison. Lamora Williams called 911, claiming that she had left her children with a cousin. When she got there, 2 of the boys were found dead, but her story didn't add up.
Atlanta 911, operator 7054. What's the address of your name?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I have a question, and this is a serious matter. I just left my cousin in the house with my kids. She just left my kids in the house when I came back from work, and my kids, 2 of my kids are dead. What do I gotta do? She left them in the house by themselves.
Oh, okay, ma'am. Where are you now?
I'm in my house. She left my door open. My baby boy, my oldest baby boy, is the only one that's here, only one that's alive. She left them in the house by themselves. She left them in here, and they knocked the stove on. Can you listen? When I came in, the stove was laying on my youngest son's head, and my other son was laid out on the floor. I don't know what to do. I just came home to work from this, and she just left my baby.
Okay, ma'am, I'm gonna get EMS and I'm gonna get police and fire at the location. Can you tell me where you're located?
Ma'am, I can't even talk. This is so serious. I'm so scared. I don't want to get locked up because I was at work.
Okay, ma'am.
I
understand that you're scared. I completely understand, but I need to get some help out there to you now. Can you tell me where you're located?
I understand it, but can you please help me? Like, can you please tell me, like, I don't want to get locked up because this is not my fault. I had just came home from work. I just came home from work.
Yes, ma'am.
I just came home from work.
Okay. Ma'am, the first thing that I need to do is get some help out there to you. I understand that you're upset and you're scared.
They in here dead. Like, it's no way in the fuck. She left my baby.
Okay.
And I don't have no way to reach her.
If you're not sure, if you were at work, ma'am, listen to me. If you were at work while this happened, then the responsibility is going to fall on your sisters. That's who you left them with. Okay? Okay, hold on one moment because I'm going to also get EMS on the line as well, okay?
Yes,
Hold on
please.
one moment. Yes, ma'am. Stay on the line with me, though. Hold on one moment for me.
Okay.
Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
When I just came home from work, my babies was in the stove, and I just came home from work. My cousin was babysitting my kids and left my kids in my house. Ain't no telling how long they've been in this house.
All right, wait. So is your son, is he breathing at all? Can you tell me?
He's both of my children are dead. The stove is, one of my babies is stuck. The stove is cooked over and everything.
All right, Elena, can we get PD started to this location? I'm operator 839.
Yes, we have PD and fire already en route to that location.
All right, thank you so much.
Please hurry up, please.
All right, ma'am. I'm en route, okay? We're en route.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right.
When police arrived at the apartment, they said Williams' cousin was nowhere to be found. Investigators quickly began to suspect that the mother wasn't telling the truth. Her two sons, 1-year-old Jakarta Penn and 2-year-old Kayante Penn, were dead, and officers believed the mother had put them in the oven and turned it on. A third child, a 3-year-old boy, was present, but thankfully he was unharmed. Williams' eldest child, a 6-year-old girl, was safe with family and not home that night. The children's father, Jamil Penn, also called 911.
Hey, I just received a call from my child's mother that two of my youngest two babies, my sons, are in an apartment.
Okay, there's a lot of background noise. There what in an apartment, sir?
I just received a call that two of my kids are inside of an apartment.
Okay, did she call 911? What's the address?
No, she didn't call 911. She called me and she video called me and showed me this, and I seen it.
What's the address?
And I really think they are really.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Jamil Penn.
Okay.
I want to know if they actually. Please give me a call. Please give me a call back as soon as possible.
Okay, we'll get a unit out there to check it out, okay?
I'm sorry?
We'll get an officer out there to check it out, okay?
All right.
All right.
Lamora Williams was arrested and charged with 2 counts of murder. According to the warrant, the crimes happened between midnight October 12th and 11 p.m. October 13th, a span of nearly 2 days. Williams waived her first court appearance and was denied bond. Her mother, Brenda Williams, said her daughter has a long history of mental illness. She believes Lamora snapped after breaking up with the children's father. Jamil spoke to a local radio station, thanking the community for their support and saying he was coming to terms with the tragedy.
It's just crazy, man. It's just so crazy. I never thought she'd do something like this. Man, I just take it one day at a time. I got to be strong for Junior. He's all I got left.
I was next door. Somebody came in and my son. I did not see any face or anything.
The save-the-date cards had gone out when Angie Verheuel and Justin Michael went to bed together. They had big dreams for their married life. But Angie woke up to a nightmare. Someone was running from their bedroom, and Justin was dead.
What's the problem there?
Somebody just came in and shot my fiance in the head. Okay, I think his mom's on the phone.
Somebody came in and shot somebody. Shooting.
Okay. Do you know who was shot?
My son, Justin Michael.
What's your name?
Angie
Angie what?
Verheuel.
Okay, Verhuel?
Yes.
Okay, can you go over and check the status of...
He's dead. Did you see anybody who came in?
I saw a dark figure with an infrared light to come into my bedroom. I was next door. I did not see any face or anything. This person came into my bedroom and shone the light in my face and then went into my son's bedroom and shot him.
Okay. All right.
It was 3 or 4 shots.
And is Angie on the phone too? And who is Angie?
Yes, she is. That's his fiance.
Okay. What's your name?
Marie Michael.
Is she going to go check to see if he's breathing?
He's dead.
When police arrived at the Iowa home, 30-year-old Justin had been shot 4 times with an assault rifle. The house resembled a burglary scene, but there was more to the story. Around 4 a.m., approximately 30 minutes after the shooting, an off-duty Boone police officer spotted a crashed red Ford Taurus Limited nearby. The driver, David Moffett, was at the scene and was taken home by cab.
Investigators say Moffett gunned down Michael at Michael's home. So what was the connection between David Moffett and Justin Michael?
Late this afternoon, I uncovered a connection between these two men.
The 26-year-old had met Angie Verheuel at a bar and dated casually for about 3 months in the year prior. But she broke up with David when she started dating Justin. The couple were engaged by September 2013, which seemed to push the jealous ex over the edge. To make matters worse, the news was widely discussed in the workplace at Wells Fargo. In January 2014, David sought help for his mental health struggles and was prescribed antipsychotic medication. When his condition didn't improve significantly, he stopped therapy and seemingly his medication too. 1 month before the incident, the 26-year-old was completely obsessed with the couple. David began meticulously planning Justin's murder, including conducting surveillance on their house and creating a fake identity. In the early hours of May 8th, David broke into the home. The victim's mother, Marie Michael, was sleeping in another bedroom when she saw an intruder dressed in dark clothing and shining a red laser light in her room before she heard the gunshots. The killer fled the scene. Investigators pieced the evidence together. Most of it was around the crashed vehicle. They found 2 magazines of matching ammunition to the crime scene, a pair of earmuffs, and a receipt containing the name Andrew Wegener, another of Angie's ex-boyfriends. Then, at David's home, officers found evidence that he had made a fake ID using Andrew Wegener's name, which he used to buy the firearm used in the killing. There were also detailed surveillance notes surrounding Justin's movements. 1 day after the murder, David was arrested and charged with first-degree murder and burglary. During the trial, the state presented evidence of the premeditation that went into the murder. But the defense said that the accused suffered from mental illness and the side effects of antidepressant medications, which led to homicidal ideations. They highlighted his history of depression, exacerbated by the news of the engagement. Ultimately, the jury found David Moffett guilty of first-degree murder and burglary, and he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. As for Angie, she found love again and married her husband in July 2017.
Behind me is the campground where 3 people were found in a tent and no sign of who did it.
On the early morning of July 22, 2022, the tranquility of Makokita Cave State Park was shattered by the sound of gunshots. Shortly after, a frantic 911 call was made by Cecilia Sherwin, who encountered a young boy looking for help.
Jackson County 911, where's your emergency?
Makokita Caves.
Makokita Caves?
Yeah,
Okay, what's going on out there?
shooting. And he said that his parents were shot in the blood.
Oh, I don't know if that's his fault.
He doesn't know if they're shot. It's scary.
I woke up and there was like someone in black clothes, and they had a weapon, and my sister was screaming.
Did you hear any shots, or what kind of weapon did he have?
I think it was some kind of small gun.
What is your name?
Cecilia Sherwin. You're the park ranger?
Okay, you go ahead and talk to him, okay?
Hey, thank you very much.
When authorities arrived, they were met with a horror scene. Tyler and Sarah Schmidt, along with their 6-year-old daughter Lula, were found brutally murdered in their tent. Tyler had suffered gunshot and stab wounds. Sarah had been stabbed multiple times, and Lula had been shot and strangled. 9-year-old Arlo was the sole survivor. Police found Anthony Sherwin, the alleged perpetrator and caller's son, nearby, dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. But his family strongly disagrees, despite the official conclusion. They have pointed out inconsistencies that raise doubt about his involvement. Firstly, they describe Anthony as nonviolent, with no apparent motive to harm the Schmidt family. Secondly, there are alleged discrepancies in the physical evidence. The boy described the assailant as wearing black clothing, but Anthony was reportedly wearing green shorts at the time of his death, which were given to him by his mother, Cecilia Sherwin, the day before. She also mentioned that her son sustained 2 gunshot wounds, with the first likely being debilitating. This has led her to question how he could have managed to shoot himself a second time if the first gunshot was as incapacitating as believed. Additionally, the Sherwin family has sought information about whether the gun found with Anthony was the same weapon used in the killings of the Schmidt family. Their inquiries for a ballistics match have reportedly been unanswered. They believe that the alleged attacker may have actually been a victim of homicide himself. The Sherwins suspect that Anthony could have been killed by someone else, which could explain some of the inconsistencies in the evidence and lack of clear motive. The family has requested an independent review of the case, hoping to clarify the events that led to their son's and the Schmidt family's death. They feel that the investigation has not been thorough or transparent enough to provide closure. In fact, they haven't even told the Sherwin family where in the park Anthony died. But to date, the Sherwin family has struggled to obtain full investigative reports and autopsy details, further complicating their quest for closure. Public records requests have been denied. The community rallied around young Arlo, with a GoFundMe campaign raising significant support. He is being raised by his extended family.
He's been on the floor. He went to lay on the floor as backwards after the fall, and that was Monday night. And he's been laying there ever since.
It starts with a 911 call that sounds almost routine. An elderly wife calmly asking for help for her injured husband. But what unfolds inside the Hignite home is anything but routine.
It is. How can I help you? Thank you. My name is Carol Ann Hignite. My husband and I live in Gardenside. He suffered a bad fall Monday night in a little bitty half bathroom. And he has done some damage to his head, outside and inside. And I've talked to the doctors at the Lexington Clinic, and they said go right on and take him to the ER. Okay, what's that address? Is that what you said? That's right. It's right in Gardenside. How old is he? He's 76. He's conscious and able to talk to you? No. So he's not breathing or not conscious? Oh, he's breathing, but it appears to me that his breathing is short, and I can hear rattling in his chest. And before this fall, there was no rattling in his chest that I knew of.
Is he able to talk to you?
No, he can't. He will not talk. He's standing on the floor. He said he wanted to lay on the floor. His back was hurt after the fall, and that was Monday night. And he's been laying there ever since. And he won't talk. He won't do anything. So he's having a rough time, and we need to get him checked out because that pipe underneath the sink where he's hitting his head, they said at the clinic it could require a tetanus shot possibly. And just get him checked out real good at St. Joe South.
Okay, so he's normally not able to speak to you? Or he's normally able to communicate with you?
Yes, we can communicate pretty good, even though he's lost about probably 80% of his hearing and probably that much of his vision. We can still communicate with a little effort, but we manage to communicate. But he can't now. He cannot now.
How old is he?
76.
And you said he's been on the floor since Monday?
Yes, and I kept saying to him, get on the bed, okay, do you hear me? And he'd go, I don't know if he was saying I hear you or what, but I kept thinking he's going to get out because before this fall, he hadn't been acting right. He'd been spending, about the past 3 months, either in bed or in his recliner. And he was just really depressed, it seems to me like. I don't know any other word to call it. And he has seen Dr. Greniger in the past for anxiety and depression, but Dr. Greniger is no longer practicing. So he needs some help, and, we need some help.
On September 28, 2017, Lexington first responders found 76-year-old Leon Hignite unresponsive, severely injured, and surrounded by blood, filth, and tragedy. His wife, Carol Ann Hignite, had finally called for help, but it was far too late. It was only the beginning of what would become a shocking investigation. According to the 74-year-old, her husband had fallen in the bathroom 3 days earlier, but she couldn't immediately access him because the door was jammed. When he emerged, he was bleeding heavily. Rather than seeking medical attention, Carol laid him on the bedroom floor and left him there.
I didn't do anything to the one but try to help him make it well, and he did grab my arm one time. And that's when I called Dr. Greniger to get an appointment. I don't know what he did in that bathroom.
Over the next 72 hours, Leon's condition deteriorated as Carol reportedly tried to tend to him, offering ice chips and attempting to clean him after he soiled himself. Instead of seeking medical help, she laid newspapers on the floor to absorb his blood. It wasn't until she consulted their doctor that Carol finally called 911. Leon was rushed to the University of Kentucky Medical Center, but his prognosis was grim. As the 76-year-old fought for his life in the hospital, investigators turned their attention to the Hignite home.
The thing is, for what you saw was a lot of blood ongoing in the bathroom, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay, and then you took me right into the bathroom, then we're left with all this cast off on the wall.
A search revealed a scene straight out of a nightmare. Blood-covered walls and ceilings, and the house was described as hoarder-like. A hammer allegedly used in the attack bore bloodstains. To make matters worse, while investigators were executing their search warrant, a fire broke out in the basement. The fire department extinguished it immediately, but arson was suspected. It was later determined that the fire had been intentionally set, adding another layer of suspicion to an already odd situation.
You go downstairs? You can't get down there. No, I've never been there in years. I've come downstairs. That pine that's up there, there's mold on down there. Real bad mold.
You know there was a fire at your house. Yeah.
Well, when?
After you came back from the hospital.
I don't really call insurance people. My God, where was the fire? In the basement, you say? I never go down there. That sounds like Miss Heather.
Miss Heather,
My daughter.
Did she would start the fire?
Yeah.
What would you do?
She's coming.
Why do you think all of a sudden she would start a fire?
I just said that, and she didn't. But somebody started a fire in her house. Why would I set my house on fire?
You remember what the crime is?
Well, Dwayne had already been taken to the hospital. That's what you're referring to. Dwayne had already been taken to the hospital. And I waited with the policeman who was in the house, and then we talked, and then he went outside. And then when Jason came, then I went outside. But I didn't go downstairs and set my house on fire. That's crazy.
Less than 2 weeks later, Leon died. The medical examiner ruled his death a homicide caused by blunt force trauma to the head. With 33 lacerations to his head, broken ribs, a fractured orbital socket, and a broken leg, a fall seemed highly unlikely.
You don't say that I'm this morning. I can't.
It's just inconceivable. I mean, there must be. I'm so sorry. That's exactly the cuts and the deep lacerations on his head or on the top of his head. The stuff under the skin is about that. If he did, he'd have to get the back of his head. These are right on the top of his head. When someone would hit his head.
He couldn't have done it on.
No.
When you were down there, I don't want to figure it out. Now you don't know.
No, he'd have to. Seriously, these are directly on top of his head. So his head would get under there and then directly up to go like that. You're not understanding what I'm saying. They're directly like this. There's not enough area for him to get his head into there, straight into a 90-degree angle, and then come up 5-6 times. It's impossible. If they were on the back of his head, I tell you what, one was on the back of his head, I might buy that theory. But 5 or 6 on the crown of his head, it's impossible.
Carol Ann Hignite was arrested the next day. Initially charged with elder neglect and abuse, her charges were upgraded to murder following Leon's autopsy results. Third-degree arson was also added to the list. In court, the prosecution painted a chilling picture. Carol Ann allegedly attacked her husband with a hammer, leaving marks on a bathroom door consistent with its use. Instead of helping him, she left him to languish for days and later set the house on fire in an attempt to destroy evidence. Neighbors described Carol as an eccentric figure who had previously claimed Leon was recovering from back surgery.
All of my neighbors around me have been talking about it, and we just can't quite believe that something like this would happen in our neighborhood. We're really quiet and safe.
That lie was just one of many inconsistencies investigators uncovered. The defense, however, argued that Leon's injuries resulted from a fall, not an attack. Carol loved her husband, they claimed, and had tried her best to care for him. The fire? A tragic accident caused by faulty electrical equipment.
They come in, they see Dwayne and his appearance, and they immediately think that Carol has injured and caused these injuries to Dwayne. They looked at only evidence that would support their theory. It's a tendency of human beings to look for evidence that will support your theory and disregard any other evidence that doesn't conform with that theory.
She pleaded not guilty to all charges and remained in custody after being denied bail due to concerns she posed a danger to herself and others. As the case dragged on for years, delays and legal motions culminated in a long-awaited trial 5 years later. In December 2022, her case finally went to trial. But that wouldn't be the end. After 7 hours, jurors couldn't reach a unanimous verdict. It was a mistrial. The prosecution announced plans to retry the case against Carol Ann Hignite, and the retrial was scheduled to begin on October 21st, 2024. She faces decades in prison if she's found guilty on all counts of murder, knowingly neglecting an elderly person, and third-degree arson. In the lead-up, the woman requested a new lawyer on the grounds of poor representation. Since then, the judge's ruling on that, as well as updates on the retrial, have not been published. Meanwhile, questions lingered about what really happened inside the Hignite home. Was this a tragic accident or a cold-blooded murder?
Hold on. Put him on the ground. They're saying he's been...
Oh my God! Ma'am, can you tell me what's going on?
She's doing, trying to do percussions right now.
CPR?
Oh, God.
At a stop sign one evening, a seemingly minor altercation began when a man in a black Chevrolet Impala honked at Kim King Macon. After she honked back, he got out of his vehicle and fired a shot into Kim's car. She sped away, her mind raced with panic and confusion, unaware of the horror unfolding in her back seat. For nearly 9 miles, Kim drove frantically with her 2 young grandchildren, 3-year-old Asen King and a 1-year-old in the car. It wasn't until she pulled into a JCPenney parking lot that she discovered her grandson was bleeding in his car seat, gravely injured.
Hi, can you hear me?
Uh-huh. Where are you?
Okay, I'm at JCPenney's in Little Rock.
Uh-huh. Are you
Okay,
at the one on Shackelford?
Yes, the one by Baby's All Right.
Okay, what's going on?
Okay, the woman saying this little kid's been...
Is she giving you any information? Hello? Hello?
Hold on 1 second. They're getting him out. Hold on. Put him on the ground. They're saying he's been...
Oh my God! Ma'am, can you tell me what's going on?
She's doing, trying to do percussions right now.
CPR?
Oh, God, yes.
Okay, where did he get at?
Somebody got his kid.
Where did he get at?
He's in the neck.
No. Where at? What street?
We're at, JCPenney's. He's 3 years old.
No. He's how old?
3.
Okay, what kind of vehicle are you at?
She's in a maroon, what is this car? A Dodge? Charger. We're right in front of the store.
In front of the store?
Yes.
In front of JCPenney, correct? Do you have any suspect information?
No, I don't know. Ma'am? Do you know who did it?
I was at the stop sign and the guy blew the horn at me and I blew it back and he but I thought he shot at the car.
Oh, she was at the stop sign.
Okay, what kind of vehicle?
A black Impala.
Did you get a license? She get a license plate?
No. It's on Warren Drive. It's where she was when he did it. And he at the car and she was driving to JCPenney. She didn't know he was...
Okay, she said that she honked at the person, they back?
Yeah, they shot at the person.
Okay.
And he's at the car. I don't see a hole in the car, though. But he had to through the window.
Okay. Was she trying to drive to the hospital?
No, she didn't know he was...
Oh, okay.
He was getting him out of the car. And that's when she realized he was...
Okay, are they doing CPR?
Yeah, they're still doing CPR.
Okay, hold on. Let me get you over to the paramedics, okay?
Okay.
Asen was rushed to Arkansas Children's Hospital, but it was too late. He was pronounced dead shortly after their arrival. The news hit the community hard. Police Chief Kenton Buckner called the shooting senseless, echoing the collective grief and frustration felt by both the public and law enforcement. The suspect, described as a tall black man in his 20s driving an older Chevrolet Impala, triggered a citywide manhunt. A $40,000 reward was offered for information leading to his arrest and conviction. Asen's grandmother later spoke about what unfolded that day.
I get ready to walk to the back of the car and I realize there's a hole in the back of the car. And I stop in my tracks and I'm like, he didn't shoot in the air. He shot in the back of the car. And I'm at a standstill because I'm like, okay, please let my baby be okay. When I open the door, his eyes turned toward me, just, very vaguely. I'm Mr. Spectacular. And I told him, baby, you made it. And you became Mr. Spectacular.
Toddler's mom, Gashin Bell, was at work when the shooting happened.
They get on my nerves, so I can't really be sad or nothing. I think I may have blacked out. I was shocked. I actually had found out on Facebook I was at work, and I had all these missed calls, so when I started to call people back, they didn't answer. So I had got a Facebook message on Messenger, and somebody said that Asen had died. So I just went to look on Facebook, and they was posting pictures of him and stuff, and I seen the news had pictures of him, so I just kind of blacked out a little bit.
6 days later, on December 23rd, 2016, Gary Holmes turned himself in after realizing he was the subject of the intense media coverage. Holmes claimed the shooting was accidental, that the gun went off by mistake. During his trial, the court heard emotional testimonies from witnesses including the shooter's passenger, Michelle Poole. She had initially lied to protect Holmes but later confessed. Her providing crucial evidence, along with the medical examiner and crime scene specialist, led to the jury's verdict. Guilty of first-degree murder and committing a terroristic act, Holmes was sentenced to 45 years for murder, with an additional 5 years for firearm enhancements, totaling 50 years without the possibility of parole. It brought some much-needed relief to the family.
I felt relieved. Because they finally found him guilty of something. I knew, like in the past, we had to keep pushing the trial back because he wanted to plead that he was insane, or I don't have nothing to say to him. I mean, I forgave him, but I don't feel like he, to me, deserves to be spoken to. I mean, he took away somebody that I can't never speak to. So I just feel like he don't deserve that chance.
On November 2nd, 2022, Asen King would have turned 9 years old. In a somber twist of fate, the little boy's father, Antoine King, surrendered to authorities for an unrelated 2013 murder charge, compounding the family's ongoing heartbreak. In the early hours of July 6th, a frantic 911 call from a Palm Bay home set off a series of events that led to a chilling discovery.
911, what's the location of the emergency? Hello? Okay, tell me where you are and I'll get you help. Where are you?
I'm at,
What's your... As soon as you tell me where you are, I'll get you help. Ma'am, I'm here. I'm here. Do you have a piece of mail you can look at that will tell you?
I think it's 265.
Do you need police, fire, or medical assistance?
I don't know.
Okay, what's going on? Tell me what's going on and I'll know what kind of help to send to you.
Oh, God. Basically, I was home alone, and this guy, I don't know who it was. He broke into the house, and I didn't have time to grab the phone, so I...
Do you know who the man is?
No, I don't know who it was.
Is he still in there?
I don't think so. I hid in my room for like a really long time. I don't even know how long it's been.
Okay, you've asked for how long it's been?
I'm not sure.
What did he look like?
It's hard to remember, but I think he had, like, I don't know, like, he was normal height, I guess. If I had to guess, maybe like 5'8", I don't know. And
is he black, white, Hispanic?
I'm not sure. I think I didn't really look that good. I only got like...
What did he do once he got into your house?
Well, it was... I don't think the door was locked, but I don't think he knew that there was a hammer by the back.
And
was it your hammer or did they bring it with them?
it was just the house hammer. It was just by the back.
Doesn't know.
It was just by the back. And they grabbed, I think, based off the sound, they grabbed it and broke in the window.
They broke the window with a hammer that you already had in your yard?
Yeah, with the glass.
Okay, take a deep breath. You haven't heard them in a while, right?
Oh,
was there only one person that you saw?
That I saw, yeah. There was one person.
Okay, and where are you in the house right now?
I'm just in the living room.
Okay, we already have help on the way, so just take a deep breath, okay? Have you noticed if anything is missing? Did they try to make contact with you?
No, because I brought, the only thing I was able to grab in time were the dogs, because I wanted them with me. Because I didn't want whoever it was to kill them, obviously.
Right,
so I grabbed the dogs. I have two dogs. I have a small Chihuahua and I have an old pit bull. I grabbed them and I ran into my room, and I don't think they tried to come in because of the pit bull barking. I think that's why they didn't want to come in.
Okay. Did you hear any vehicles, or do you think they might have come on foot? Do you remember the clothes they were wearing?
I didn't really get a good look at their face, so I couldn't tell if they were, like, wearing a mask or something, but I get the feeling that they probably were, because if they weren't, I would have probably been able to see their face, but either way, I didn't get a good look, so I can't tell, but the clothes-wise, I'm not really sure. It was just a blur of, like, I don't know, of, like, black and brown, I guess. I'm not sure.
I understand. It's okay. Do you have any cameras?
Cameras? Yeah, we got one.
Is there anyone else at home with you?
Not anymore.
Were you expecting anyone to come home?
My mom and her boyfriend were out getting, they were buying a bed frame for her bed, so they were out buying stuff, and it's just me home alone.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 16 now.
Oh man, I know this is really scary. But your mom and her boyfriend should be on their way home?
No, they...
Okay. Take a deep breath. We have officers that are going to be coming into the area really soon. And I'm going to stay on the phone with you just in case, okay? Okay.
I think he's gone.
Okay, and officers, we have two officers that should be outside in just a moment. Can you tell me your name? Okay. Really well. You did exactly what you should do. And we'll get in touch with your parents just as soon as officers get there, okay? Okay.
My mom, I think, I heard.
We have officers coming. Hey, take a deep breath. The people that you're hearing, we have two officers there, okay? They'll usually check outside first, so you might see flashlights. They'll probably come to the door and knock here in a little bit. It's okay. You still have your dogs with you?
They're just still in my room. I didn't let them out because I didn't want them getting blood all over their paws.
Right. Well, did you say blood all over their paws?
Yeah, because...
Is there blood inside your house?
Yes.
Whose blood is it? Is it your blood or is it the person who broke in blood? Are you injured?
I'm fine.
You're fine?
No,
so
I'm fine.
It's the person who broke in. It's their blood? Where is it at?
No, I don't know if it's their blood or not, but I don't think it's theirs. It's my mom. From what I heard when I was hiding in my room, I couldn't warn her. It's all my fault. If I had been able to grab the phone, then
No, nothing is your fault. If someone broke into your house, nothing is your fault. Now, I just want to confirm, do you know if anyone is hurt at your house?
My mom, should there be a car that's outside? Yeah, my mom has a Toyota Tundra.
My mom's Toyota Tundra would be outside. Okay, it's all right. Take a deep breath.
My mom hit her and her boyfriend there.
Okay, your mom's there?
Someone's knocking at the door.
Okay, is that the officers at the door knocking? Are the officers at the door knocking? Hold on 1 second, let me make sure, but I think it is. Just hold on for me. Okay, it is the officer. I'm going to disconnect with you. You can go to the door. They're there for you, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
On the living room light.
Yes. It's good to go. It's good to go. You're safe to go to the door. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Inside the house, police found 38-year-old Kelly McCollum and her boyfriend, 22-year-old Matthew Zenrock, dead. The caller, Kelly's 16-year-old daughter, Julia Grace Egler, now accused of their murders. When officers arrived, they found a disturbing scene. Kelly had been shot multiple times, and Matthew had been both shot and stabbed. Julia initially claimed that an intruder had broken into the home, but authorities quickly uncovered evidence that contradicted her story. Evidence, however, painted a very different picture.
The voice of a 16-year-old acting hysterical. As police say, she tried to make a 911 operator believe someone had just broken into her house. In reality, Palm Bay police say 16-year-old Julia Egler had just brutally murdered her mother and her mother's boyfriend.
Investigators say the teen admitted to planning the attack. According to a probable cause affidavit, she took a revolver from her mother's room, waited for the couple to return home, and ambushed them as they walked through the front door. Police reports indicate that after firing at Kelly, Julia turned the gun on Matthew as he tried to escape. When the revolver ran out of bullets, she allegedly used a knife to continue the attack. The motive? Long-standing conflicts with her mother, including disagreements related to Julia's gender transition and resentment over their relationship since Matthew was 16 years her junior. Police say the teen then attempted to stage the scene to look like a home invasion and called 911, claiming she had been hiding in her room with her dogs. But inconsistencies in her story quickly became apparent. Investigators found evidence, such as a discarded revolver outside Julia's bedroom window, a blood-stained knife, and glass fragments that contradicted her version of events.
It's horrible. I mean, I don't know the details. It's just shocking to know that that kind of violence happens, especially with a young person in this neighborhood.
Surveillance cameras showed no sign of any intruder. Under police questioning, Julia reportedly confessed to the killings. Palm Bay police said tensions had been escalating for weeks. Julia Egler remains in juvenile detention, but prosecutors are weighing whether to charge her as an adult. Coroner Richard Hawk made a horrific discovery.
Hey, it's Richard Hawk, coroner. How are you?
I'm good. How about you, Richard?
Hey, get me some police officers down here to Lock, Stock, and Barrel shooting range, 514 Bohannon Road.
514.
Yeah, I think somebody has robbed us and probably shot my family. Oh my God.
You think someone shot a family member or just? Oh.
No, the door's closed, the door's locked, everything's locked up, and I see blood coming from my son's. I see blood coming from my son. I can't tell if anybody's dead, alive, or what, but he's not moving. He doesn't like he's breathing.
Son's not moving? You said it's your son?
Yes, but my parents are also supposed to be here too, so get somebody down here quick.
Okay, where are you sending them? You want to try to start CPR?
Honey, I can't even get in the door. Tell somebody to bring some lock cutters with them. because I don't have my keys.
We have them all on the way.
But,
Do you know who did it?
no, honey, no. I am, like I said, I don't know.
Okay.
The door's shut up. Everything's shut up. Oh, my gosh.
Richard Hawk, the Coweta County coroner, found his family members, his dad, Tommy, his mom, Evelyn, and his teenage son brutally murdered at the Lock, Stock, and Barrel shooting range in Grantville, Georgia. Investigators believe the killing happened between 5:30 p.m. and 6 p.m. Approximately 40 guns and the range's surveillance camera were also stolen. Because of this, significant law enforcement responses, including Georgia Bureau of Investigation and the ATF, were brought in. The victims were well-respected members of the community, with Tommy and Evelyn being the owners of the shooting range, and Luke working there part-time while planning to attend college the following year.
It feels like your heart's imploded, just in pieces. And to see the love and support we've gotten, as it takes one of those little pieces and it puts it back in place. Doesn't say anything to make it right, but it puts it back in place. It's not ever going to fix it, I don't think. There's no such word. I don't think it's closure. As a coroner, I've given a lot of things and told a lot of people out there, and I'm sorry for it, that there's going to be closure one day. I don't think there is. That word will not be in my vocabulary anymore. So to answer your question, it's just little pieces of the heart go back in place. It's been wonderful.
A $15,000 reward was offered for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the killers. On April 15th, 21-year-old Jacob Christian Muse was arrested and charged with 3 counts of malice murder. The stolen weapons from the range were found in his residence. Muse was a frequent customer of the shooting range and knew the Hawk family. At the time of his arrest, the 21-year-old faced an extensive list of charges already, including malice murder, felony murder, armed robbery, aggravated battery, aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony.
He was going down to the range and talking to the owners down there, and I think he got a real good rapport with them and just started going in and out. Who knows why this happened right here? I mean, that's an answer I don't know if we'll ever know. I really believe the biggest break in this right here was the great investigative skills that was taken into this case between the Georgia GBI and ATF and our investigators and everybody involved, Coweta County. They just did an outstanding job to solve this case right here.
As the case against Muse progressed, with plans for a grand jury presentation and ongoing court proceedings, the community and the Hawk family focused on healing and remembrance. The last update on Jacob Christian Muse's trial was in April 2023, when proceedings were postponed again. There is nothing further on when Muse will appear in court, but in letters he sent in March 2023, the suspected killer claims he acted in self-defense.
911, what's the address of your emergency? Okay, and one more time for confirmation. Yep, I got it. And the phone number you're calling from? Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
We have a missing child. Woke up this morning and he wasn't.
How old is the child?
Yeah, missing child.
Yeah, how old is he?
He's 5.
And when was the last time you seen him?
Last night, probably 9:30, when he went to bed.
Do you know where he might have went?
No, we've canvassed the neighborhood. I went to the local park, the local gas station down here where we sometimes take him to buy treats. I spoke with the assistant principal over there at the school where the park is, and they haven't seen him or any other child. I have no idea where he would be.
What time was he supposed to be at school?
Well, he doesn't go to school, but I had a doctor's appointment this morning. When I got back from the doctor's appointment, I checked in on him, said good morning, and he wasn't there. So that would have been...
What time was that?
About between 8:15, 8:30.
Have you checked everywhere, like under tables or in closets?
Closets, the basement, the garage. everywhere.
The call was made by the child's father, Andrew Froon Sr. It immediately prompted a widespread search effort by local authorities and community members.
We're just extremely worried. If anybody knows anything about where Andrew Jr. is, please contact the Crystal Lake Police Department. Let's get him home.
But it would turn out that the search was in vain. A.J. Froon was born in 2013 into a challenging environment. Born into addiction, he struggled with health issues from the start and was put into foster care for nearly 2 years. In June 2015, AJ was returned to his family. Over the years, there were multiple reports of difficult living conditions at the home, including cleanliness issues and lack of utilities. His parents, Joanne Cunningham and Andrew Froon Sr., faced challenges related to neglect and substance abuse, with several interactions with the Illinois Department of Children and Family Services. Despite the long history with DCFS, it took nearly a week for Andrew to be taken in for questioning. The inconsistencies in both parents' stories and forensic evidence convinced investigators that they were likely involved, even though the couple made every attempt to divert the attention from them. The father eventually confessed and led authorities to a shallow grave near Woodstock in Illinois, about 10 miles from their home. Autopsy results and court documents indicated the time of death was April 15th, 3 days before the father had called 911. But he wasn't the main culprit. The real killer eventually came forward. AJ's mother, Joanne, pleaded guilty to first-degree murder. She was sentenced to 35 years in prison.
I will never be able to justify anything, nor do I ever want to. As for compassion, love, and mercy, my heart and mind failed me.
She hasn't been sitting here crying for AJ. She's been sitting here crying for herself.
Andrew pleaded guilty to involuntary manslaughter, aggravated battery, and concealment of a homicidal death, receiving a total of 30 years in prison. He must serve a minimum of 18 years before being eligible for parole. Prosecutors quickly charged the two former DCFS workers who should have prevented the tragedy. Carlos Acosta and Andrew Polovin faced criminal charges related to their handling of AJ's case, accused of child endangerment and reckless conduct.
At the end of the day, this, and I'm speaking right now to Mr. Acosta, is a refusal to investigate. I therefore find you guilty.
AJ's death resonated deeply with the community. Thousands attended his public visitation on May 3rd, 2019.
I was just praying, hoping that AJ would be found.
That is going to haunt me. That I'll remember that like a movie that you play back that you wish didn't happen.
The community expressed their grief and anger with blue ribbons and visible signs of support. The house was demolished, leaving an empty lot that still bears memorials for AJ. Alicia Fennell was celebrating a birthday at her Palm Coast house that's seen her raise 7 children and, at least in part, 14 grandchildren. Alicia's daughter lives next door, where she was at work while her 2 children, an 8-year-old girl and a 2-year-old boy, were at the home. The 8-year-old girl went next door to get diapers so Alicia could change her little brother while they sat on the porch with 2-year-old Kalisa and the grandson. As they often do, the 2 younger children were going back and forth off the patio through the screen door to the next house. Then the phone rang. The children hadn't come back from the other house, so Alicia went inside to pick it up. It was her daughter, saying she'd left a back door open so they could easily go in if they needed extra clothes. Just as she hung up the phone, the 2-year-old boy told Alicia that Kalisa was floating face up in the pool. One of the granddaughters jumped in and passed the little girl to the grandmother, who immediately made this call.
Baker County 911. Hurry up, take call 911. Here. What's going on, ma'am? Yes, I need an ambulance right away. What happened? What happened? In the pool. Okay, listen to me. Is the baby out of the pool? She's out of the pool. Okay, is she breathing? No, she's not. Okay, does anyone know how to do CPR? No, ma'am. Okay, I can tell you. How old is the child? She's 3. She's 3? Okay, where is she laying at? Is she laying on the floor? She's laying on the floor on her back. Okay. Quickly, go get the lady across the street. Hurry up. Come in. Ma'am, I can tell you how to do CPR. Can you listen to me? Yes, ma'am. Okay, is she laying on a hard surface? She's laying on a bed. She's throwing up. She's throwing up. She's throwing up? Okay. Turn her to the left, okay? Okay. Okay. And make sure... Huh? See if she's breathing then if she's throwing up. No, she's not breathing now. She's not breathing? No, ma'am. Can you clean... Okay, listen. Clean her mouth out then. Yes, ma'am. I'll clean her. And roll her to her side and clean out her mouth. Okay. Okay. How long was she in the water? Nah, she just fell in the water. Okay. So was she face down? Yes, ma'am. Okay. She needs to be on a hard surface like the floor. She's on surface. Okay. Did you clean out her mouth? Yes. Make sure. Okay. Check and see if she's breathing at all. Is her chest? She's not. Okay. Listen to me. I'm going to tell you what to do. Okay. What's that? You pinch her nose. Pinch her nose, and with the other hand, you're going to lift her chin and gently tilt her head back. Okay. Okay? And then you want to cover her mouth with yours and get 2 deep breaths. Okay. Now she's not doing nothing. Listen to me, but you need to help her breathe. So if you give her 2 breaths, you need to check and see that her chest rose. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. And then she didn't, then we need to do chest compression. Oh, wait a minute, ma'am. Ma'am, yes. Ma'am, huh? Yes. What happened? Hurry. Oh, ma'am, listen to me. Is she awake? Is she breathing? What is she doing? She's not waking. No, ma'am, she's not. Okay, listen to me. Ma'am, you have to calm down so I can tell you how to help her. Okay. Did you give her the 2 breaths? Okay. After that, you need to start chest compression. Ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay, you need to do chest compressions. Do you know how to do that? No, ma'am, I don't. Okay, listen to me and I'll tell you. Okay. Put the heel of one hand in the center of her chest, right between her nipples. Okay. And push down about a half depth of the chest and push down 30 times quickly. 3 times quickly? 30. 30. Okay. 12. I have them, listen to me, I have them on the way to you, okay? They're on the way to help you. I just need you to keep giving breaths and doing compression. Okay. I understand, ma'am. We're coming. Is it coming? They're on the way. Did you do your 30 compressions? Yes, ma'am. Okay, then you need to pinch the nose and lift the chin and gently tilt the head back and get 2 breaths again. And then you need to do 30 compressions again. Put your hand in the middle of her chest between her nipples and push down 30 times. Okay. Yes, ma'am. You have to keep doing that. So count. Khalees? Now, she's trying to cough, ma'am. She's trying to cough? Okay, that's good. Khalees? See, listen to me. Check and see if she has... Check in her neck and see if she has a pulse. See if she's breathing. Is she responding? Yes, she's responding? She's trying to. Okay. Is she responding to it all? She's closing out. Okay. Check and see if she's breathing. Is her chest raising? Does she have a pulse in her neck? Yeah. She's breathing, but it's congested like. Okay. Is there anything else? Check and see if there's anything else in her mouth. Is she vomited again, or is there anything blocking her airway? No, ma'am. Okay. No, ma'am. Ma'am, we are on the way. They're on the way. I promise. They're on the way to you. They're coming as fast as they can. Okay. Is she responding at all to you? She just, no, please help me. Come here. Is somebody there? Wait a minute. No, ma'am, what's going on? Ma'am? Yeah. Is she responding to you? No, she's not responding. She's trying to. Okay. Just try to wake her up. Check and see if she has a pulse. Make sure her chest is rising. She trapped. Oh. Who's there with you? Don't take the phone. Yes. Who am I speaking to?
The neighbor.
The neighbor, okay. There. I can hear the sirens go out and get them. Can you see? Hello? Hello?
I'm opening that.
Police, wait a minute. Hey, come on. Come on, baby. Come on, right here. Come on, right here, baby. Come on, right here. Right here, come in. Right here, baby. Right here. Right here, Mom. Right here. Hello? Hello? Right here. Right here. Oh, please. Please, help me. Help me. Help me. Oh. Ma'am. Ma'am. Hello? I know. Okay.
The 11-year veteran dispatcher, Janice Cacciavale, patiently guided Alicia through CPR, ultimately saving the 2-year-old's life. Kalisa was taken to the hospital and then transferred to a pediatric unit. The little girl had already made a significant recovery by the next day. She showed no signs of any adverse effects from the incident.
Hello? Hi, this is Operator Brown from the North Main Beach Police Department on a recorded line. Did you call for the police?
Yes.
Okay, what is your name?
Jalissa?
Ulissa?
Jalissa Baxter.
Jalissa, hi. Can you tell me what's happening there?
Yes, I just killed my daughter.
How old is your daughter?
3.
Is there anyone else in the house?
God.
And how did you kill your daughter?
I tried strangling her. That didn't work, so I stabbed her with a knife in the neck and chest.
And what area of the house is she in?
She's on the floor in the living room.
Do you still have the knife?
I do.
Is it in your hand?
No.
Can you tell me what you're wearing, Ulissa?
A robe.
What color's your robe?
White.
Is there any way I can get you to speak to the officers, Ulissa? Tell me where you are so I can have the officers speak with you.
I'm in the living room.
Okay. I'm going to speak with the officers, okay? Just give me one moment, okay?
Okay.
I'm then with the complainant. She advised she's in the living room. She's no longer armed. She's wearing a white robe.
Yes. Sorry.
Okay. Do you see the officers?
Let me open the door.
Just leave the door open and go back and sit in the living room.
Okay.
When officers responded to the Miami Beach apartment, they discovered the body of the little girl on the floor. She had been stabbed multiple times. The mother, 24-year-old Jalissa Baxter, was on the couch in a robe. The knife was next to the victim's body. Neighbors were shocked about the incident, saying they frequently saw the two together and nothing seemed off. Instagram posts, photos of the mother and daughter also showed a visible bond that makes the incident particularly confusing. But court records later indicated that Baxter was facing difficulties, including being served an eviction notice earlier that month. Her stepfather spoke to WPLG Local 10 after the brutal murder.
I met her one time, and that was in August when she came to Orlando to visit her mom. I met the child that day. She was just a healthy, going, running around child. I was very surprised. She seemed like she was a loving mama. But I think at the time she needed help. She was like stressed. That's her child, so I guess, I if I can do something, I guess I just want to do it.
Jalissa Baxter was charged with first-degree murder and aggravated child abuse. She was denied bond for the first-degree murder charge and was given a $10,000 bond for the second charge. Additionally, there was a hold for immigration placed on her since the 24-year-old is a Jamaican national. On the evening of May 3, 2019, Central Texas faced an unexpected and severe flash flood. Amongst multiple incidents was a series of frantic 911 calls from one driver that came through that night.
Travis County 911.
Help me!
Fire or ambulance. What is the location of the emergency? Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Where are you? I need to know where you are so I can help.
I don't know where I'm at. I don't know, but I'm in water and it's coming up. It's filling up my car.
Okay, I'm going to get the fire department on the line. Don't hang up.
Oh, God, I don't know where I'm at. Can you find my phone? Can you find my phone?
Yeah, well, yes, what's going on?
I'm flooded. It's filling up my car.
Okay. What's your phone number?
It's filling up my car.
Okay, I need you to stay calm for me, all right, so I can help you out.
Okay, my car's filling up.
How far is the water up to your car right now?
To my feet. My feet are getting covered.
Okay. I'm putting up your location right now, okay?
I don't have any power or anything.
You don't have any power? You're on, it looks like you're on Biting School Road?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just before, what is that, Litting Road?
Okay. Are you, let me see, what's a good callback number for you?
This is it. This is the only one I have.
What's your name?
Can you call my son, please?
Is it just you in the vehicle?
Yes. Can you call my son, though? Let him know what's going on?
Is the water moving?
No, I'm, stuck in the middle of the water. I didn't even see it. I didn't even see it as I was coming down the road, and then all of a sudden it hit.
So is the water covering your tires, or not yet?
Oh, yes, it is. Definitely.
Okay, but is the water...
My feet are all wet, and it's coming up to my butt now. I can feel it on my butt.
Okay, is there any way you can get out the car and walk to higher ground?
I don't know. I don't know if I can or not. And I don't know if I'll lose my phone or not.
Okay, 1 second. And so you don't know if you can get to... Have you tried opening your door to see how deep the water is? If you can walk?
Hold on. I can't open the door. I can't even...
Okay.
Oh, my... I can't open the door. It's coming in.
What about the window?
Oh, my God, it's all coming in.
Okay,
I can't. It's power. They're power windows.
Oh,
my God, my car.
Okay, so just close the door. Keep the door closed. So you don't have the windows down?
I can't. No, I didn't have the windows down.
Okay.
Yeah, I can get the passenger's window down on the right side. The front passenger window.
See if you can go out the window.
Oh, if I go out the window, I'm going to lose my phone.
Okay, do you have pockets?
Yeah, hold on. I got to make sure I grab my ID and put it in my pocket.
Is the water... She's going to try. She's trying. Is the water raising up fast or...
Yes,
or not?
It is. It's raising up fast. My whole purse is, filled. Oh.
Okay.
Hold on, okay?
Okay.
Oh, just send somebody out here, please.
So
please
help
send
on the
somebody
way.
out here. It's coming up.
Okay. Did you try walking?
No.
To stand up to see how... Okay.
Oh, God.
Do you have anything long, like anything with a long handle in your car?
No.
Okay. That's okay. You can just touch the ground, see how high the water is to your...
It's over my waist. It's definitely over my waist.
Are you touching the ground yet?
It's up to the window. Oh my God.
Are you touching the ground yet?
No.
Okay.
Not yet. I can't open the door.
Try to go through the window. Don't open the door. Try to go through the window.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. I got to put you in my pocket.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I'm gonna lose you because my phone. I can't.
It's gonna get in the water.
Yes.
Okay. Well then go ahead. Is anybody there?
Yeah. I mean, nobody's here. No. I don't know where I'm at.
Are you able to sit on the window, the driver window right there where the armrest is at? Are you able to sit there to stay out of the water?
It's coming up. Oh my God, my old car. I get to do. If I get out of the car.
Ma'am? Hello?
Hello? Yeah.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so what were you saying?
Phone's gonna mess up, and I'm telling you right now, I'm like off the ditch. You guys should find me.
Okay, well so then try to get on top of your car then. If you can't safely walk out, then get on top of your car and wait for a fire department to get there. We have trucks going right now.
Around 9:28 p.m., a woman found herself driving into rising floodwaters on Bidding School Road. Her call was cut off after 5 minutes, but when she managed to call back, the situation had worsened. She was now on the roof of her car, which was quickly filling with water.
Ma'am, are you on top of your car?
Hello?
Hello, ma'am? Ma'am?
Hello? Yeah.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Are you on top of your car?
Yes, I am. I'm on top. There's a guy coming towards me.
Okay, what kind of guy?
I don't know. He's just trying to help me.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Well,
I'm going to walk to him.
No.
I'm going to try to walk to him.
How deep is the water, ma'am?
Probably to my waist or above.
Okay.
If I move, I'm going to move. If I get off the car, I'm going to move. I'm going to float.
Yes, ma'am. Just okay. Don't. Then stay on the car. Okay.
Okay.
Stay on the car. Don't. It's okay. We'll get.
All right. Hold on. My car is all full of water now. Hold on. Okay. I got to get back on top of the roof. Hold on.
Yeah. Get on the roof, ma'am, and then stay on the roof. Okay.
I can't get off the car.
You can't what, ma'am?
I can't get off the car. If I get off the car, the water is moving, and I'm gonna go that way.
No, stay on the car. Okay, don't get out in the moving water. Okay, because we don't want you to start floating downstream or anything like that. If you're on a safe spot in your car right now, let's try to stay there. Okay. And we'll get help to you as quickly as possible.
Rescuers were struggling to reach her due to multiple impassable roads caused by flooding. She started to panic that she wouldn't get to tell her family what had happened.
Yeah, it's almost 10 o'clock. You have what?
My son is going to be worried about me because I haven't actually yet.
Okay, well, you can worry about your son being worried whenever we get you out of the flooded water. I can't call him while I'm on the phone with you, but I think it's best that we rescue you first, and then you can give him a call. I think he'll understand the predicament, and just be really glad you're okay.
I see a helicopter.
You what?
I
You see it?
Helicopter.
Okay, perfect.
After a harrowing 20 minutes on the phone, Starflight arrived, deploying a rescue swimmer to hoist her to safety. This was just one of many rescues that night. The National Weather Service had issued a flash flood warning for Travis and Hayes counties earlier that evening, predicting heavy rain and hail. Residents were urged to stay indoors and off the roads. Across the county, several vehicles were stuck in fast-moving water, but all occupants managed to escape safely. A family trapped in a flooded trailer home needed evacuation, and emergency services rescued approximately 20 people from that area. As the night progressed, rescues continued. By midnight, EMS agencies had responded to at least 18 water rescue calls. The Lower Colorado River Authority opened a floodgate at Tom Miller Dam, urging residents to protect themselves from the rising waters. The storm's impact was widespread. The Austin Fire Department responded to 30 flood assist calls, 10 water rescues, 6 structure fires, and 14 instances of downed power lines. In the days following the flood, Travis County officials continued to emphasize the importance of flood safety. Despite nearly 100 emergency situations, the storm held miraculous, unlikely survivors. A routine duck hunting trip turned into a nightmare for 23-year-old Tyler Doyle and his friend Christian Holden. What began as a day on the water near the Little River jetties in South Carolina quickly escalated into a desperate search and rescue mission. The first 911 call came from a friend who was not on the scene.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
Hey, my buddy, he's out on the waterway, and his boat is sinking. And I've tried to call everyone, but nobody's answering the phone, and I don't know what to do. And he's not answering the phone anymore.
Okay.
I guess his last coordinates were 33.85029 north.
Hold on
78.
Hold on one second.
Okay.
What? 33 what?
.85029 north. 78.54732 west.
Okay. What's your name, sir? The fire department actually going out there. What's your phone number? Was he hunting or something out there with somebody or what?
I think he was hunting, but I don't know if he was with anybody. I was at work and he called me, and I don't know. And he hasn't answered the phone in probably 10 minutes.
What's your friend's name?
Tyler Doyle. D-O.
D-O-Y-L-E?
Yes, sir.
What's Tyler's phone number? Okay. We did, like I said, the fire department on the way out there to that area, okay?
Okay, out on the water?
There's a couple on a boat trying to go out that way to see what they can find.
All right.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you, bye.
By 5 p.m., a second 911 call was made as the reality of the situation set in. Tyler's friend, Christian, had been on the boat with him.
911, what's the location of the emergency?
Oh, yes, sir. I was just talking to somebody, and she told me to call her back about one of my buddies being lost. I don't know her number.
One of your buddies being lost?
Yeah, she told me to call her right back to try to get a hold of him. But I can't get a hold of him.
One second. Okay, were you able to make contact with your friend?
No, I was not. There's a boat here now looking with me. They're actually pulled up, but I cannot see him. I do not know where he was. The boat, last time I talked to him, the boat was sinking, and now I can't get him to answer.
Okay. You said the boat is sinking and you can't get him to answer?
No, sir.
You're calling him on his phone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What do you see?
All I see is the ocean. There's a boat here now going out in the ocean. I forgot communication with them, and they were helping me try to look to see if they could find him, just get him off the boat.
Okay. They're loading it. Yeah. Yeah, do you see the Coast Guard?
No, sir, I don't.
sir. We got some communication going on here, okay? So just stay with me. What are you looking at?
I'm standing on the jetty rocks. He dropped me off. We were hunting, and he dropped me off on the jetty rocks to stand here while he took the boat and went out and tried to jump up some ducks. And the motor cut off on the boat.
You said what happened to the boat? Okay.
The motor cut off on the boat.
What's your friend's name?
Tyler.
What's his last name?
Dove.
Dove, D-O-V-E?
D-O-Y-L-E, Dove.
Okay, you said he went out to ruffle up some ducks, and when he jumped up, the motor fell off the boat?
No, the motor cut off, and he could not get it back cranking.
Okay. Okay, all right. We got help on the way. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we got help on the way. All right, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect because we don't want you to use up all your battery. You need to go ahead and save the battery life on your phone, okay? But help is on the way, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Minutes turned into agonizing hours with no sign of Tyler and worsening conditions. As darkness fell, a multi-agency search operation was launched throughout the night and into the following days, but hope began to fade until January 31st.
911, what's the address to the emergency?
Sorry, I think that we may have just found him. My nephew, Tyler Dole. Okay, now I see him. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to call you.
All right, no, stay on the line with me, ma'am.
Okay, I will. I'm pulling up now. Let me get parked. And the Coast Guard had to get him out of the. Yeah, Tyler. They had to get him out of the jetties.
Where are
and
you at?
I'm at a boat landing somewhere. The ambulance is already here, but I couldn't find him. And now hold on. I'm gonna put you on speaker. My car down. The ambulance is here.
Windjammer boat ramp?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
The medic. Windjammer boat ramp.
They don't have. Well,
okay. All right.
No, they're not still looking. Are you kidding me? They're still looking for him. Jesus Christ, have mercy, no.
They've got helicopters.
No. Hold on.
And Augusta, they're here.
No.
They're looking for him. You just got to stay calm.
No, look, we thought that he was. Somebody said that they already had him.
There was a miscommunication because they're
Oh, Jesus Christ, oh God. Ma'am, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Stay on the line.
Jesus, God, help me, Lord Jesus, Chad.
Stay on the line with me. You're okay. We're going to find them.
Oh, God, have mercy, Jesus, help me, Lord. Lord, please, I'm begging you, Jesus, please, God. Please, Jesus, please, God. Please, Lord, have mercy, Jesus. Come here. We just gotta pray. We gotta pray. That's all we can do, honey. Just pray. Just pray. Pray. Just pray. Jesus, God, have mercy. Jesus, please, God.
Jesus, I beg you. That's all we can do is pray.
Pray, okay, pray. Jesus, God, please, Lord Jesus, we are begging you, Lord Jesus, to let our precious Tyler be okay, God. In your name, Jesus, we plead. The blood, Jesus, please. We are begging you to bring him home safe, please. Oh, my God. We thought he was fine. They told us that he was okay.
I'm right here.
God have mercy.
Speak to him.
Well, I don't know. I haven't spoken to him, but he was in the water, and apparently he knew he knew that his boat was sinking, and so he called somebody for help. And I don't know, ma'am. I'm sorry. I'm beside myself right now.
I'm right here. Right here.
Is there anything that you can tell us?
Only thing?
I mean, anything.
They're just looking for him. That's all I know. Is they're looking
Jesus
for him.
God, have mercy, please. Can I get out? Can I get off the phone with you now, or?
If you feel like do you have somebody there with you?
Yes, sir. My brother's here with me. My husband, my other nephew.
Do you see an ambulance or a battalion?
They're right here with us.
Anybody?
It says Horry County Fire and Rescue. I'm gonna ask this guy what his name is.
Stay with him, okay?
Okay.
Stay with him, and if
Hi,
you're comfortable to get off the
what's
phone
your name,
with me,
sir? I'm talking to a lady with 911.
I'm James Fay, Horry County Fire and Rescue.
Okay.
I can send an officer here and just give you guys updates of what's going on.
Okay, so he said, could you please send an officer here to give us updates of what's going on?
Officer on the way.
Oh, there is an officer on the way. Never mind.
There's
911.
Oh, that's dispatch. Yeah, tell him. Yeah. Horry County Fire Rescue's already here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear him. All right, you stay with them, okay?
Okay.
Right.
Okay, thank you so much.
And if you do find him before they do, call us back, okay?
I will, I promise. Thank you, ma'am.
I'm praying for y'all.
4 days after Tyler disappeared, his waders, cell phone, and wallet were discovered off Ocean Isle Beach, North Carolina, adding a haunting layer to the search efforts. Eventually, rough sea conditions and exhaustion among rescue crews led to the search being suspended on February 5th.
A nonprofit called Wings of Hope has traveled all the way from Wisconsin to here in North Myrtle Beach to continue helping and searching for 22-year-old Tyler Doyle.
I'm a parent. I'm a mother. So I hope they find what they're looking for.
As the investigation continued, the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources worked tirelessly to piece together what had happened that day. By mid-February, officials held a press conference to address rumors and speculation surrounding Tyler Doyle's disappearance. They clarified that based on the evidence gathered, including phone records, GPS data, and witness testimonies, there were no indications of foul play. It was a tragic accident caused by a series of unfortunate circumstances, rough water conditions, mechanical failure, and the small craft advisory in effect that day.
Suspending a case is one of the hardest decisions that the Coast Guard faces. Only after we've exhausted all means will the discussion of suspending the case be brought up.
Yeah, suspending a case like this can be heartbreaking for family and friends to hear.
For Tyler's family, this provided some clarity but little comfort.
An update at 5:02, Wisconsin-based volunteer search group Wings of Hope has pulled out of the search for missing boater Tyler Doyle. He disappeared now 34 days ago after an incident near the Little River jetties.
A month later, additional files and case details were released, including interviews and forensic data, hoping to quell the numerous online theories that had begun to surface. Despite the transparency, many questions remained unanswered, and the public's interest in the case only grew. Friends and family members continued to search the shores and waters, clinging to any hope that Tyler might still be found.
I heard his granddad say today that if I could see him and just hug him one more time, he said I'd be willing to give my life for it. That's a pretty big statement.
He brought light into a room when he stepped in, and he'd certainly come over and hug your neck. I want some more hugs.
It makes our hearts happy because we know such a loving and God-loving person he was, and it just makes us happy for all the support.
In April, the Doyle family experienced both joy and heartbreak. Tyler's wife, Lakeland, gave birth to their daughter, Paisley. The arrival of their baby girl was bittersweet, as it was a moment the expecting father had eagerly anticipated. By December, nearly a year after Tyler went missing, the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, SLED, was asked to assist in the investigation. Their involvement brought renewed hope that new leads might emerge. SLED's role was to handle public tips and inquiries, providing additional resources in the ongoing search.
We just trying to get the truth out there and find Tyler. I only got a few people in my life that are real close, and me and Tyler, we were like
I don't know, we got a bond that I just can't even explain it. We'll be left up to God, you know, and I feel like he's gonna give us a miracle. I really do. I feel it in my heart. A lot of people are doubting me, but God works in mysterious ways.
Despite their efforts, no new evidence was uncovered, and the mystery of Tyler Doyle's disappearance remained unsolved.
It could be what they said, that he drowned. But you don't get to tell me that my nephew drowned and he's in heaven if you didn't find him. There was a firearm involved in this. There was only 2 people, and one of them didn't come back. You know, there's certain things that do disappear after a year with technology. Thinking of never being able to talk to him again is the most hard thing I could even imagine. And it's been so hard for all of us, and I'm never going to stop fighting for him because he would do the same for me.
The case had become a haunting reminder of the dangers inherent in the unpredictable waters off the South Carolina coast. When Donovan Gaines stepped into his parents' home, his worst fears were confirmed.
Murray 911, what's the address the emergency?
Hey, my name is Donovan Gaines, and I just came home to my mom's house, and my parents are they're on the ground. Oh my gosh.
What's the address?
Yeah, sir.
What is the address that you're at? Okay, and what's going on with them?
They're dead. They're dead.
Both of them?
They're dead.
How old are they?
It looks like 60 or 50. I don't know, sir. I just need somebody to come by.
Okay.
Please.
All right. Does it appear self-inflicted or of natural cause?
No. No, it's not self-inflicted. Oh my gosh.
All right.
It's not self-inflicted, sir. Please. Sir, I'm sorry?
Do you see their chest rising or falling at all?
Sir, they're gone, sir.
Okay.
So I need to go because I'm gonna I have.
Listen to me.
Please,
Donovan, have a me, okay? I know what you're going through is a rough time. What I want you to do is I want you to go outside and just stay outside for me.
Well, I don't know if I think my brother was here, and I don't know if he did this or not.
What's your brother's
name? His name is Demondre. And my 2 kids are and I'm actually afraid to stay here. I don't want to stay here.
What's Demondre's last name?
Gaines. Demondre Gaines.
Okay. What do you think he did?
Sir, they got stab wounds.
They were stabbed? Okay.
Yes, sir. Please. Can I at least get my kids in the car?
Yeah. Let me see.
I can at least get in the car.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you want to sit in your car and wait there, that's probably the safest way to do it. Because they're going to want to talk to you. But we've got help with the and they're not too far away. They're already on James Campbell.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes, sir. Okay.
56-year-old Christopher and 51-year-old Katrina Gaines were found dead from multiple stab wounds. Donovan's 2 small children, who had been in the home during the attack, were unharmed. As officers began their investigation, Donovan expressed fears that his brother, Demondre, might have been involved. Police quickly identified 27-year-old Demondre Gaines as the primary suspect. He had disappeared, along with his mother's black 2018 Nissan Altima.
Evidence recovered from the crime scene proves that the death of Christopher and Katrina Gaines to be the result of a brutal stabbing attack. 27-year-old son, Demondre Gaines, is responsible for this attack upon these 2 individuals. Warrants have been signed for Mr. Demondre Gaines for the arrest of him for 2 counts of first-degree murder, 2 counts of aggravated assault resulting in death, and 1 count of theft of motor vehicle.
Believing Demondre to be armed and dangerous, law enforcement agencies launched a multi-state manhunt. Several days later, a tip led investigators to a budget motel in Memphis, nearly 200 miles from the crime scene. Officers apprehended the suspect without incident. The murder stunned the community. Christopher and Katrina Gaines, active members of Wayman Chapel African Methodist Episcopal Church, were known for their kindness and strong faith. Over 100 people attended a vigil to honor their memory, with friends and neighbors describing them as pillars of the community. Bandplay, a prominent music producer and Christopher Gaines's biological son, shared his heartbreak on social media, calling the loss devastating and urging anyone with information about his brother's actions to come forward. Investigators have not released a motive, leaving family and friends struggling to understand what led to the killings. Damondre Gaines had no criminal history of prior conflicts with his parents, and no domestic disturbances had ever been reported at the home. The case took another turn in July 2024, when the victim's life insurance filed a lawsuit against both Donovan and Damondre Gaines over life insurance claims. The lawsuit asked the court to decide who should receive the payout. If Damondre is found responsible for the murders, he would be barred from receiving the money under laws that prevent anyone from profiting from a crime they committed. While the criminal proceedings continue, the life insurance money remains in limbo, awaiting the court's decision. And as of now, specific details about Damondre's case, including trial dates or verdicts, are not readily available to the public. A call to the Utah Highway Patrol took a surprising turn on I-15. What started as a routine report of a possible drunk driver led to the shocking discovery of a 12-year-old girl behind the wheel.
Hey, this is a transfer from Downville. They are southbound 15, just approaching the county line for Apostle 55. Okay, go ahead, ma'am.
Hi, can you verify your location?
I am southbound. We are about to pass, oh goodness, I lost my mile marker. 2300 north, going into Salt Lake City, 311 exit.
All right, and tell me exactly what's going on.
I believe I've got a drunk driver in front of my semi-truck. We are currently going about 50 miles an hour, and they are just swerving back and forth. Their headlights are not on. They either drunk or medical.
What is the vehicle description?
It's a small black four-door car. That's the most I can give you while holding space.
Can you see the license plate?
I cannot, unfortunately. They just set up to over 65. Oh, please don't crash.
All right, what lane are they in?
We are currently in the far right lane.
Far right lane. Okay, and what is your phone number, ma'am? And your name? All right.
Oh, please don't jump off the bridge.
All right, does it look like they're exiting anytime soon?
No, but we're down to 40 miles an hour. I'm staying behind them with my hazards on.
All right, and you said you're in a semi, correct?
Yeah, I'm in a blue Swift semi-truck hugging a Walmart trailer. I've got about 18 miles to my exit, so I can stick with them for a little bit.
All right.
Oh, they're speeding up. I might lose. Oh, God. Please don't hit that barrier. We are continuing down the road. They're just still swerving back and forth across this traffic.
All right, and what's your location?
Oh, and we are now right before the 180 West exit. Let me see if I can grab you a number real quick. Oh, good Lord. Oh, okay. That was so much fun. We're down to 35 miles an hour on the freeway. We are passing the 308 exit right now.
308?
Yep. I'm trying to keep with them, but semi-trucks don't move too fast, and they keep speeding up and then slowing down.
Oh, no, you're all right.
Yep, no worries.
All right, you said what exit did you just pass?
We just passed the 308, and we're about to pass the 307. Oops, I thought they were going to get off. Nope, we're still on the freeway. They might have, was that them who just got off?
They got off.
They might have. I'm trying to... possibly. I might have lost them. Nope. No, they are still on the I-15. We are in second from the right. They just crested the hill, so I can no longer see them. Okay, we are passing the 304 exit now.
304, you said?
Yeah. Looks like they've moved into the HOV lane. Should I stay out of the HOV lane with my semi-truck, or should I get back behind them?
Just stay in the lane, over.
Okay.
All right, we have a trooper that has visual on you.
Okay. There he goes.
You got him? The lights on?
Looks like he's about to grab him. He's right behind the vehicle.
Yeah, he's going to watch it for a minute, and then he'll probably keep on his light.
Okay. Oh, yeah, there he went. That didn't take long. Does the officer need me to pull over, or am I good to continue?
Let me ask.
Yep, no worries.
All right, it looks like he doesn't need you to stop.
Perfect. I will go ahead and move on my way. Thank you so much, guys, for grabbing him. They nearly took out a couple people and smashed the wall a couple times. So I'm glad y'all were able to grab him.
Of course, of course. You have a great night, ma'am.
You too. Thank you for everything you guys do.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
The call came from a semi-truck driver who noticed a car swerving back and forth on the highway. She stayed behind the swerving vehicle, keeping her hazard lights on to warn other drivers. The car's speed fluctuated between 50 and 35 miles per hour as it made its way southbound on I-15 from North Salt Lake to South Jordan. As the vehicles neared South Jordan, police intervened and used a pit maneuver to bring the car to a stop. But when officers approached the vehicle, they discovered that the drunk driver was, in fact, a 12-year-old girl alone in the car. The young girl had taken her mother's car without permission, a detail that stunned both the officers and the truck driver who made the call. After a brief arrest, the police returned the girl to her parents, leaving many to wonder what prompted such a risky adventure.
It's in a bag. It's in a bag.
These are the strange words a 911 Forsyth County dispatcher heard when a family made a shocking discovery.
Forsyth County 911, where's your emergency? We can hear a baby crying in the woods outside of our house. Can you tell me your address? We're kind of scared to go too close to the crying because we don't know if it's by itself or... Okay, can you tell me your name? Yes. What's a good cross street for... Well, Dave, it's near Highway 20 behind Q Barbecue. I don't know where you are. There's definitely he thinks a baby down there. It's right off the side of the road. We're out here in our car when we drove down the end of our driveway. Okay. We could hear screaming from our dad, but we weren't sure if it was an animal, but he thinks it's a baby. It sounds like it's coming from the woods. Yes, it is definitely in the woods. We don't know if somebody's down there with it. We're kind of scared. Okay, give me just one moment. Be careful. Have you seen anybody suspicious in the area? No, but we just got in from out of town. So, and how long have you been hearing the noise? It's in a bag. It's in a bag. What's in a bag? Hurry. Hurry. What's in a bag? They said hurry. The baby's in a bag. Okay. Is she breathing? She's crying. So you found the baby? Yeah. You gotta hurry. Okay. Is the baby a boy or a girl? A girl. I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. It's okay. And there was nobody around it? No, there's nobody around. Are they coming on their way? Yes, ma'am. My questions aren't slowing them down, okay? They are coming? Yes, my questions aren't slowing them down. Okay. But are they coming? Are they on their way? Yes, ma'am. Someone is en route. Should we open it out of the bag? Is there an opening in a bag? He's got the baby. He's got the baby in the bag. Okay, have you opened the bag? Can you open the bag, Alan? Open the bag. She's breathing. She's breathing. It's a girl? A girl. Is she breathing normally? She's breathing normally? Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. All right, I want you to take a deep breath. Everybody stay calm for me. Okay? Sorry, we're all very upset.
And you said you didn't see anybody around? No, we haven't seen anybody. Are you sure they're on their way? How old does the baby appear to be? Newborn. A newborn? Newborn, yes. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, are they coming? I need you to take a deep breath for me. We have everybody coming to you as fast as we can. Okay, that's all. Okay. But they're coming. My questions are not slowing them down. What are the questions? I'm not by the baby. I'm with my kids. I'll put the baby. I'll take five. Okay. Can he wrap a cloth or something around it? Try to keep it warm. Okay, get your pillowcase. We do that pillowcase. God. Please. They're getting there quicker. There's a cop. I think a cop's here. Can you see them? Yeah, a cop's here. Are the police, are they able to see you from where they are? Yes, they stopped. Okay. They stopped. All right. If the police are there with you, I'm going to let you go so you can speak with them, okay? Okay. The ambulance is en route to you as fast as they can. Okay. 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 All right. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye.
The baby girl, now dubbed Baby India, was discovered in a wooded area in Georgia. The video of her rescue has gone viral. The video was shared hoping to lead investigators to the baby's identity.
This has been a almost to the date 4-year investigation. She was found on June 6, 2019 in southeast Forsyth County. Within the past week, the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office Major Crimes Unit were able to utilize, again, DNA. We're able to identify the birth parent of baby India. Yesterday, the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office arrested Karima Jawani, 40 years old, a female of Cumming, Forsyth County, where she lives in southeast Forsyth County. DNA evidence confirms that Karima is the biological birth parent of baby India.
In the weeks after, baby India was thriving in a foster home, with thousands coming forward internationally to adopt her. Just after midday, 3-year-old Braylon Noble's mother called 911 to report the child was missing. But there was so much more to the story.
911, where's your emergency? Yes, we have a missing 3-year-old. Okay, what's the address? This is nonverbal. I'm sorry. Your boss is there an apartment number? Yes. I'm sorry. Your name? Yes. Your name? My name is Bobby. Bobby is B-I-E. Bobby, is she white or black? Black. Yes. How long has she been missing? It's a him. We've been looking for him for over a good 30 minutes. Okay. He fell out his window in his apartment. You think he's hurt? I'm hoping he's okay, but we don't know where he is. We got the whole ground. Okay. And what was he wearing? Do you know? What color was his jacket? He got the window with his purple. What's his name? Oh my God. Braylon. B-A-Y-L-N or B-R-A-Y? L-Y-L-I-N. B-R-A-Y-L. B-A-L-E-N. I'm sorry. And what's his last name? L-E-N. What's their last name? Noble. Oh, God. Okay, what was he wearing? Wearing his pull-up. And, was that the orange shirt? I don't even know what shirt he had on. What color was the shirt? T-shirt with the orange at the bottom, or was it the gray one? You changed it out. What did you put on him? Okay, what's your phone number? Did you guys go back by the creek and look by the creek anywhere? Yes, we went all back there, by the pool area, the swing area, all of that. And on the back end on the other side. Oh. Okay, there's nowhere in the house? No. We looked in the closet and everything. Did you look under the bed? Yes. You look in like the hampers, underneath blankets? Yeah, because we don't have one bed in the apartment. Okay.
Well, we screen windows like wide open. Okay. Okay. Well, we get the police on their way there, okay? Okay. They're coming there. All right. Okay, be watching for them. Okay. All right. Bye-bye. Bye.
When the police arrived at the Hunters Ridge complex, they immediately began search efforts, including a body of water behind the apartment. The South Toledo community stepped up to help authorities look for Braylon Noble, a 3-year-old boy with autism who was nonverbal. That search would increase and intensify over the following days. K-9 units were brought in to navigate the challenging terrain around Swan Creek, covered with thick underbrush. However, social media posts soon claimed that the little boy had been found. This fake news added complexity to the search. With each passing day, the community's anxiety grew. The search efforts extended to a 3-mile radius around the apartment complex by September 7th. Volunteers, law enforcement officers, and the FBI combed through every possible location, hoping for a positive outcome. Tragically, the exhaustive search came to a heartbreaking end 2 days later. At 1:15 p.m., new attention was focused on the pool at the apartment complex. Toledo police and fire personnel asked everyone to back away as they taped it off. Half an hour later, the yellow-taped perimeter was expanded to include the gazebo and part of the parking lot. After loud shouts and commotion, a woman was put in a police vehicle and taken away. Then authorities confirmed they had found Braylon's body in the pool, an area that had been previously searched. The investigation changed from a missing person case to a death investigation. The Lucas County Coroner's Office conducted an autopsy, which revealed no obvious signs of trauma on Braylon's body. However, the cause of death remained undetermined, with only early signs of decomposition and a contributing factor of submersion in water noted. In October 2021, the 3-year-old's mother, Dejnae Cox, and grandmother, Bobby Johnson, were indicted by a Lucas County grand jury in connection to the 3-year-old's 2020 death. A year later, in September 2022, they changed their pleas. Previously pleading not guilty, Cox entered an Alford plea to charges of attempted endangering children and obstructing justice, with the original third-degree felony charge being amended. Johnson pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor charge of attempting to obstruct justice. The defense and prosecution agreed that there was no evidence of injury on Braylon, and all evidence indicated his death occurred on the morning he went missing, September 4th, 2020. The circumstances of how Braylon's body was missed during the initial pool search remain unclear. Both women later received probation sentences for their roles in his 2020 death. Braylon's mother was sentenced to 2 years, and his grandmother to 1 year. The judge noted that extensive investigations were conducted to counter social media speculation, revealing that Braylon had left the apartment through the front door and ended up by the pool. Johnson's attorney spoke to the media after the sentencing.
This was not a homicide case. It was an investigation, but the evidence just simply didn't show that there was any foul play or that this was a homicide. This was accidental, and I think our society needs to know that you have 2 grieving women and a grieving family here because of an accident.
Some members of the community still believe the little boy's death was not accidental. A late-night Uber ride involving a former baseball player spiraled into chaos, which was captured in this 911 call.
911, is there emergency?
Yeah, hi. I have a driver trying to kill me right here.
Okay, where are you?
I'm in a car. He will not pull over. He kidnapped me in the car.
Hello, where's your location?
Hello?
Yes, where's your location?
The driver will not let me out of his car. He kidnapped me in his car.
Okay, where's your location? You keep
Kidnapped me in his car. A bag out. He said they pulled a bag out. This guy will not. He's a madman.
Okay, where's your location?
He won't stop. Stop. Get me out of your car. I do not want to be in your car.
Hello?
This is this guy.
Where's your location?
Oh my God, this is guy. He's crazy.
Okay, you keep saying that someone's trying to kidnap you, but you're not telling me who you are.
He will not let me out of his car.
Okay, where are you?
He's yelling. He's yelling. He's going crazy on me. This guy's nuts. Yeah, John, what are you talking about? John, this guy's out of his mind.
Okay, where's your location? Hello, listen to me. Where's your location?
Yeah.
Hello?
He's beating me up now.
Okay, where are you? Where are you?
I can't get out of his car. He will not let me out of his car. Put my license there. He's driving my license. It's all on video. Do it. Let me out of this. Yeah, right here, dude. All right, listen to the guy.
Hello?
Around 3:30 a.m. on May 23, 2018, former MLB player Lenny Dykstra and Uber driver Brian Luddy got into an argument over the destination. The baseball player wanted to go to Staten Island, but the rideshare app was sending the driver to Clark, New Jersey. Panicked, the Uber driver headed for the Linden Police Department. When the pair arrived, officers found drug in Dykstra's bag, leading to his arrest for making terroristic threats and drug possession. Both men claimed the other made them fear for their lives. Dykstra's attorney argued the bag search was illegal, filing a motion to suppress the evidence. He also accused Luddy of false imprisonment.
Screaming that this man is crazy, he's kidnapped me. I said, what are you doing? You're gonna kill me, what are you doing? I literally thought this guy was gonna kill me, okay? And then he locked me in the car.
The incident drew attention to both men's pasts. Luddy's history of aggressive behavior and Dykstra's legal troubles, including a bankruptcy fraud conviction and local complaints. In October 2018, Dykstra was indicted on charges of making terroristic threats and drug possession. His attorney filed a motion to suppress the drug evidence, arguing that the search was illegal. Dykstra also filed a complaint against Luddy for false imprisonment. The incident led to public discussions about the credibility and backgrounds of both men. At 7 p.m., 66-year-old suspect Doyle Weisenhunt first pulled up to the front gate of the nuclear plant in his Toyota Camry, but a guard denied him access because the plant was closed for maintenance. Weisenhunt reportedly left, returning an hour later. He approached the gate for vehicles exiting the plant. Again, security told him he needed to turn around. Instead, the 66-year-old stepped on the gas pedal, accelerating through the controlled access point and knocking the gate arm off. Weisenhunt continued down the main road to the plant until pop-up barricades were activated. The guard, armed with a service rifle, pointed his weapon at the man and ordered him out of his car. Again, Weisenhunt stepped on the accelerator, this time trying to hit the guard. He then drove through a fence over multiple sidewalks and curbs and tried to ram a security vehicle before driving off. Just after 8 p.m., the Oconee County Sheriff's Office was dispatched to the scene. A BOLO was sent to agencies statewide, and all nuclear facilities were made aware of possible security threats. But it wouldn't stop there. The next afternoon, Weisenhunt's Toyota Camry was found deep in the woods near a private residence. While deputies were searching the area, this 911 call came through.
I don't care. You don't come in my...
And I have a suspect in my house laying in the bed when I got home.
Do you know who he is?
I have no idea. I come in the house just because the helicopter's around. I walked in the house and there's some guy laid in the bed with a sleeping bag in my house.
What does he look like? Black, white, Hispanic?
He's a white guy, gray beard. I actually have a gun drawn on him just standing here. Like I said, I told him not to move. You're in my house. We're not talking about no guns. I don't know what you got, and I'm not losing my life today. You're in my house, sir.
Okay, so you have a gun drawn on him, and he's still laying in the bed?
Yes, ma'am. We're in my bed. We're in the bedroom of my house. He is laid in my house. I come, don't move.
Okay, what is your name?
You're not. My name is. You just lay right. I'm telling you, lay right there. Don't move. I'm not taking the gun. You are in my house, sir. I'm telling you that. I don't care. I don't know who you are, and you shouldn't be in my house. You broke an entry getting in my house. You walked in the house, didn't you?
Can you tell me what you're wearing just so they know who to?
Yes, ma'am. I have a black hoodie on that says Brown and Sons. Lay down. You're not getting up. I am telling you, if you get up, it will not be good. You can piss in bed. That's all I can tell you. You are not getting out of that bed.
Do you know if anybody else is in the house?
No, ma'am. It's just me. He's in camouflage coveralls. But like I said, I'm not in a situation right now. You need to get somebody here as quick as possible.
Okay, I've got that.
I don't care. Well, you wearing my clothes, you wearing all that. You don't need to be here. You basically broke an injury coming in this house. How long have you been here?
I've been here yesterday.
Yeah, you don't need to be here.
He said he's been there since yesterday.
Said he was in here since yesterday. Right across the road, so it made me come over here and look.
Right.
It's none of your business where I live at. Just know this is my house and you shouldn't be here. Right now is not the time for you to ask me questions. I don't care. You freeze to death as far as I care. You do not break in my house, sir. I don't come to your place or anything to do with you. You don't come in my place. You think it's okay just to walk in people's houses?
It looks dirty.
It don't matter if it looks deserted or not. The power's on, ain't it? Yeah, you can see you run through my house and got clothes out of here and got shit out of here. You trying to let me believe that? Like I said, no, sir. I don't care what you doing. You don't come in my house. You lay right there still till the cops pull up.
He's still laying in the bed?
Yes, ma'am. He's moving around. And like I said, I don't care if I don't know you from Adam and you're in my house. You lay right there. I don't want to know you. You broke into my house. You're not the type of person I want to know. How did you walk in? Oh, you opened the door. You basically broke an entry that is not yours. That is breaking an entry, sir. It don't matter if you broke it, if you opened the door and it's not your house. You don't live here. You don't know nobody here. There's shit in this house that don't need to walk off, and I don't need you here. I don't know what you got and what you don't got, and today's not the day we're going to find out. So you just lay right. The best thing you can do is just lay still and stay there.
All right, I've got a deputy in the area, okay?
Yes, ma'am. What the deal is you're in my house, and you shouldn't be.
Has he told you if he has any weapons on him?
He tells me he don't, but like I said, I trust no one, ma'am. When you walk in your house and there's somebody laid in your bed, that's not what you want to find.
Right.
Especially when the SWAT helicopter's looking for somebody. There's a helicopter right over the street where somebody broke in. No, I cannot. Is this him in a black SUV?
Possibly. He was in the area. Let me see if he signs on scene.
Yeah, I can see through the bedroom window. Yeah, you scared me, sir, in my house. I don't care if I scare you. No, if it is a deserted house, you don't come in. Well, they're going to walk right here. I'm not leaving until they walk right here. Yes, ma'am. Somebody's pulling back out.
Okay. All right, let me see.
Here comes the white sheriff deputy. Basically tell them they'll have to walk around to the front porch, and they can see me in the window. And once I see them, I'll disarm. Well, like I said, today's not the day. I don't care. I don't know what you got, sir. It looks like they're turning around.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. I'm just updating the deputies, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Tell them I just seen them go out the window. They were in the right driveway. Sit there, sir. You're still moving. I don't care if you got to pee or not, sir. Right now is not the time to do it.
Man, you see I ain't got nothing.
I can't see. You got coveralls on and you're laying in the bed. I don't know what you got, and I'm not risking my life today, sir. Let's put it that way. I work for a living. I own property, and I do what I'm supposed to, and you're not going to be laid up in property. You can wish whatever you want to. Right now, I wish I was not in this situation right now, but you put me here, so you're going to listen to me. How about that? Okay, well, then let's just keep your mouth shut till the policeman gets in here. We'll figure this out. Understood? Okay. I don't know what you got. I don't know if there's somebody else in it. I don't know if there's somebody else in the house. I didn't want to walk in my house to find somebody laid up my bed when the SWAT cops over there looking for somebody. Let's put it that way. You picked the wrong day for me to find you.
That's just a big Saturday on me. I ain't got that. So I'll get in there and have a cold. Man.
Can you tell me what your house...
He's just come in here and turned around.
Okay, let me tell them.
Here comes one of the cops back now.
Hey, sir, there's a blue bus in the driveway. They pulled in the driveway and they keep pulling out. Okay, I just let them know. They should be pulling in any minute now, okay?
I don't care if you need to pee or not, sir. Just sit right there till these cops get in here, and then you can figure out whatever you need to.
All right, there should be a deputy there now, okay?
Yeah, there's 3 or 4 coming up, but basically tell them if they come to the side door, just be careful because the porch is rotten. But basically, they'll see me, and as soon as I see them, I'll walk away.
Okay. So they need to come to the side door?
Yes, ma'am. The front door don't actually have a porch. If you come to the other end of the house from where they pulled up,
Okay.
they will see me.
Okay. He's saying to go to the side door.
I see one coming in the door now.
They are coming in? Okay. I'll just stay on the phone till they get to you.
Yes, sir. Come back here, please, sir. I'm going to lay my gun down. Okay, they're here, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
The caller held Weisenhunt at gunpoint until deputies arrived. When the officers picked the 66-year-old up, he was wearing coveralls that did not belong to him. He was asked to remove them. When Weisenhunt was booked in, officials said they found approximately 1.36 grams of meth in his possession. The deputy's report claims the suspect had forgotten it was there. The man, who has multiple previous drug convictions, is charged with attempted murder, possession of meth, unlawful entry, hit and run with property damage, and malicious injury to personal property. He also has a hold on him for Sevier County, Arkansas deputies. The motive for the incident at the nuclear plant remains unclear. When Vicki Edge didn't show up for work and her family couldn't reach her, they called 911.
Sheriff's office.
Yes, ma'am. I need a deputy to come out in a home over here, and she hasn't been heard of in almost 48 hours, and we're trying to get in the house. We just spoke to a neighbor over here, and they said they just saw her boyfriend walk up and down the street about 30 minutes ago, and we're just concerned about her well-being.
And this is where she lives?
This is where her boyfriend lives.
And your sister-in-law is in a home?
Well, yes, ma'am. It's a residential house right here, and this is her boyfriend. And like I said, she's an esthetician at a spa. She has several clients today. Didn't call in. Nobody talked to her yesterday or today. She's not returning any calls, texts, anything. It's just been, radio silence for almost 48 hours.
Okay. So is this where she lives?
No, ma'am. This is just the boyfriend's house.
So she lives in a residential home. She hasn't been seen or heard from in 2 days. So you came to the boyfriend's house?
Yes, ma'am. Now, when you say resident, she's not in like a facility or anything. I mean, she's got. I don't know what you mean by residential home.
She told me now she lives in Destin.
Yes, ma'am. Vicki lives in Destin, and she's over here visiting her boyfriend. She's been here for the last couple days, I believe. Her vehicle's out here. Her dog's inside barking. The neighbor here said they just saw the man out with the dog walking about 30 minutes ago, and he won't answer the door. So, you need any other information from me?
Yeah, I need lots. Hold on just a minute. I'm nowhere near through. Give me just a minute.
Okay.
On arrival, Vicki's boyfriend, 61-year-old Jerry Odom, made a chilling confession to officers about the 59-year-old, saying,
"She is inside, but I have to tell you something first. She's been dead for 2 days."
The victim's body was discovered on the living room floor. In a police interview recorded days after the murder, the suspect calmly admitted to detectives that he killed his girlfriend because he couldn't afford their upcoming wedding.
I guess this all started a long time ago. I got divorced about a year ago, and I had $50,000 in the bank, and I had my truck, and I haven't paid my taxes in about 16 years, so I guess basically I was going broke, and we started dating each other. And, it was at the beginning of May, and she started talking about getting married, and one thing led to another, and she was talking about wanting to get a house, and I was just agreeing to it, even though I didn't have the money to do it. Realistically, I guess I didn't know how to get out of it, and then that's what precipitated what happened yesterday. She was getting ready to leave, and I told her that I had another surprise for her, and she put this blanket over her head, and I had a baseball bat, and I hit her with it. She said, "Why are you doing this?" And I guess it was all precipitated with all this. I didn't have the money to pay for it. I guess I had no way to get out of it. I didn't know what else to do,
Jerry mentioned that he had guns in the house but chose not to use them to avoid causing a disturbance in the neighborhood. Photos taken by police at the crime scene showed bloodstains on the couch and the 61-year-old's firearms. After the murder, the killer removed the registration plates from Vicky's car and drove around aimlessly before staying at a hotel 30 miles away in Crestview. The couple had met on a dating app and had been together for 3 months before the murder. Their relationship progressed quickly, with plans for a wedding and a new house. Jerry had given Vicky a $15,000 check for their wedding despite not having the funds in his bank account. Neighbors described the 61-year-old's odd behavior on the day of the murder, alleging that he kept asking what time it was and saying that his girlfriend was still sleeping. Vicky was known for her charitable work in the community, including helping women's shelters and the elderly. Her brother, Derek Edge, had noticed red flags in their relationship with Jerry and had urged her to slow down their plans for marriage and buying a house. Court documents confirmed what the killer had said. He was in significant financial trouble, no money in his bank account, no savings, and he was in debt. As the news of Vicky's murder spread, Jerry's ex-girlfriend spoke about their relationship.
He said, I drive an older truck, but I'm actually a millionaire. I've invested in real estate over the years, and I've done very well. Jerry is a pathological liar. Everything he said, he will look you in the eye. He will tell you this is what happened. This is how it happened, how long it took. Do not believe it. And I did tell the investigators he's a pathological liar, and they said they knew that. He would say his wife was a liar, that she wanted him back. So he's very good at the manipulation and making me think, well, maybe she's jealous or, maybe she's lying. I fell for a lot of things, but I was not going to get involved with someone who was a drinker. I definitely went off all the dating sites in fear that somebody would still find me. It will haunt me for the rest of my life that it could have been me. But when I say that, I have a real guilt for the person that it was.
Jerry Odom was charged with first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison for the crime in February 2021. Mary Hollenbach heard banging on her front screen door and initially thought someone was trying to break into the home. But it wasn't a person at all.
911, what is the location of the emergency? Okay, give me 1 second. What was the address one more time?
Sorry?
What was that address one more time? Okay, and what city is that in?
An alligator just broke into my house.
Ma'am, what city is this in?
Oh, sorry. Venice.
What is the closest cross street or closest intersection?
Center and River Road.
Okay, what is the name of the neighborhood?
Grand Palm.
Phone number that you're calling me from? Okay, I got you. Tell me exactly what happened.
An alligator just broke into my house.
Where in the house is
Came
it?
through the screen door. I don't know who to call, and
Ma'am, where in the house?
A mile a minute.
Madam, where in the house is it?
Right at the front door. It came through the screen door and just basically stopped there.
So is it in the house or is it just on the porch?
No, he's all the way inside.
Okay, let me get you animal services, okay? And I'm gonna dispatch them out there. I'm gonna get you some law enforcement. You know about how big the alligator is?
He's a pretty good sized one. He's no baby, that's for sure.
About how many feet would you say?
Yeah, I was just trying to take a look at him. Sorry, my hand's shaking.
Would you say over 4 feet?
Yeah. Can't tail, yeah, he's probably like 6 or 7 feet.
Okay.
I'm not that. I don't want to get any closer to really find out.
Mm-hmm. Give me one. Is there anybody else in the house?
No, it's okay.
Okay. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna copy it for.
No.
Is it like in your kitchen area, living room? Where are you right now? Are you safe and out of danger?
I think I'm fine. I immediately grabbed my phone and went out to the lanai.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. One more time.
I grabbed my phone and went out to the lanai. Just get as far away from him as I can.
So you're in the lanai, like on the outside area, and the alligator's inside?
Yeah.
And again, there's nobody else in the house?
Correct.
No pets?
He's probably just a...
Ma'am, any pets inside the house?
Any what?
Any pets?
No.
Okay.
This is the first time I've ever seen an alligator.
Right.
I mean, even
now,
on the side of the street.
About how big did you say he was?
I would say he's probably 6 or 7 feet.
Okay.
Counting his tail.
No, yeah, of course. Oh, okay. Don't worry, I got you. We already have him en route. I'm just getting some information here from you, okay?
Okay.
You have a burglar of an alligator, and we're going to help you with it. Now, you're in the lanai. What's blocking you from the inside of the house? Is there a screen door? Is there any way that the alligator can get to you?
No, but you know what? Now that you mention that, I'm going to close the slider.
I'm sorry, one more time.
I'm stuck outside on the lanai. He's inside.
Yeah, I got you. No worries. All right, madam. Give me 1 second. What is your first and last name? All right. Repeat your address for the recording to make sure I had it correct. Gotcha. Okay. My units are currently en route. It'd be law enforcement, okay? Because it's a big alligator.
Sorry, my neighbor just came home.
That's okay. I don't want you to put yourself in any danger. The alligator breaks and anything like that. I don't want you to go in there for anything.
No, the lanai door's closed. The slider's closed. So, and he's just kind of sitting there. I think he doesn't know what to do either.
Right. Yeah. All right, madam. So, do you feel comfortable if I let you go?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm fine. Any idea how long it's going to take animal control to get there?
Well, it's not animal control. It's going to be law enforcement, actually.
Or law enforcement, okay.
Yeah. Anything over 4 feet, we're going to get law enforcement involved.
Okay.
Let's see here.
But any idea how long it's going to take him to get here? I don't want him to decide to get frisky and do damage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he does do any damage, don't go in there, okay? Don't try to save anything.
No, not a problem. Not a problem.
But it looks like they're coming from the East Venice Avenue area, over there by Pine Brook.
Okay. Not too far from there.
Yeah, give me 1 second here. Okay, madam. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. Instead of coming from that area, they'll be with you shortly. If anything escalates, just call us back, okay? Don't put yourself in anything.
Okay.
Don't go back in.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay?
Okay, thanks. All right, thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies and local conservation officers responded within minutes, eventually getting the gator out of the home. In order to find himself in the Venice home, the gator most likely crossed 2 yards and a street without being spotted.
5 o'clock in the afternoon, I was just sitting here on my sofa watching TV, and I heard my front door rattle. I thought somebody was just trying to get into the wrong house. From the time I first heard the door rattle to the time I came around the corner, it couldn't have been more than probably 10 or 15 seconds. He was already inside completely. And then he got stuck right here. So cool, so professional. They acted like, oh, alligator in the house? No problem.
It was captured and transferred to an alligator farm. On a lighter note, these 911 dispatchers received a perplexing call.
Atlanta 911 operator 6354. What is the location for your emergency?
Hold on 1 moment. You said there is somebody else already on the phone calling 911?
Ma'am, what you say?
Is somebody else already on 911 speaking to another operator?
I didn't understand what you say, ma'am. What you say?
There is a lady at the same location already speaking to an operator?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Calling them because the cat got the house smelling bad, ma'am. And I'm saying to her, too, about it. She's trying to burn incense in here, and it's not getting better. It's getting worse, the smell. And it make me sick of the stomach. I pay rent. I live here, ma'am.
And you're saying a cat in the house is making...
Yeah, it's a cat that she got living. This is a rooming house, ma'am. This is not her house. And she got a cat in here that she do not let go outside nowadays. He stays in the house every day. She had one cat that was here, and he would go and come on his own, and go backwards and come on his own. But Now something happened to him. He died. So he died, and he come back the same day. I would had the decency to bury the cat for that day. And when I get back home the next day, she already got another cat here. But this cat here, he's a house cat. He don't go outside. But she is not changing that cat pan and stuff in here like she should. And this house is stank, ma'am. And I done told the landlord I cannot stand that smell. And he telling me to call him when I smell the smell. When I get in from work, it's too late. What I'm calling you, you're not going to come out here and do nothing about that?
Okay, sir. The lady's already on the phone with another operator. Once the police get out there, you can go ahead and give them your side of the story also.
Okay.
All right, then. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Although the Atlanta Police Department spoke about the incident humorously, calling it a catastrophe, they did use the incident to remind the public that 911 is only for emergencies after dispatchers got a call about a cat box smelling up a shared boarding house. The local council said that of 1.3 million calls handled in 2023, only 45,000 were deemed serious emergencies. The rest ranged from smelly litter boxes to ordering food. The PD posted the call on Facebook saying, "So picture this, our dispatchers are ready to save the day, equipped with headsets and superhero capes. Well, maybe not the capes, but they're still heroes. When suddenly, a call comes in for hot wings." Yes, you heard that right. Someone dialed 911 to order some finger-licking goodness. Now, we love a good wing fest as much as the next person, but folks, let's remember 911 is for emergencies only. So next time you're craving some hot wings, remember, dial up your favorite restaurant, not 911. For more True 911 calls, watch this episode next.